And then double check on the internet, see if it worked. As it might any second. It says waiting, it says starting. We're 100% sure. Yes. There we go. Heart to the Tsar. And is it on the correct video? And is that all? What a great start. Yes, it is. Okay. It is okay. Right. Hello, one and all. Yeah. As soon as I actually read up about it, I'm not worried. It sounds bad, but if you actually read it, it's like, just say you're not kid content and, you know. Yes, they're right. Then, sorry, Stuart, you had a very... Right, it's in the thing. Okay, because you're on a different... Right, hold on. Okay. No, he's fake talking. Is that going to... right thing, device. Well, Kit actually talk, so I can actually hear. Nope. It's because it's swapped. Obviously, I'm using different monitors now. Try that. Nope. Oh, you're just over here too. That's fine. Try that.
Try that. Is that good?
Right. Talk to Martin again.
Martin, don't worry about lower decks. It should be fine. I actually have been doing a lot of research on it and listened to Hooded Cobra Commander, well, HCC 788, who was actually a lawyer himself, and he's looked into it and felt very reassured after watching his video about the rules. So I'm not too concerned about it, and we shouldn't be. Don't worry about it. We might have an issue a little bit with the Nickelodeon one if it's more for kids. But
we'll just make sure there's tits and swearing in the video, so it's not kid rated.
Yeah.
Well, we can't be confused with being kid friendly, can we? If we're swearing. Yeah. Our most X-rated show is the kids one. just to keep the senses confused.
Yeah. So don't worry about it. We'll be fine.
Sorry about the audio problem, guys. I've done some Black Friday shopping, and so my entire setup is different. So all the settings had a little bit of. Well, I could hear him. You just couldn't. So
plus,
yes,
OBS and YouTube are being a bunch of dicks lately. YouTube changed a bunch of stuff, so we have no tags and we had no description. It was just we had to get a whole shitload of stuff done. So sorry, guys.
It is a whole thing.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab one thing.
Okay. Make sure you guys can hear me. Ha. And guys, guys know because you care about such things. I'm going to be having Crown Royal Apple today, which is good. And I'm going to be having it with Canada Dry Ginger Ale because it's amazingly good.
Oh, Canada. That's all I got.
Oh, it smells so good. It smells like freshly cut apples.
Ooh.
Oh.
Does it make you happy, Stuart?
Yeah, this is good stuff. The maple Crown Royal is good too. So is I hear the peach is good. I haven't tried it yet.
So what we're doing today, Stuart, in our drinking...
We're just hanging out, man. We're going to be talking about the new Star Trek Picard comic. Mm-hmm. Talk about our thoughts on proposed Star Trek 4.
Yeah, which people have asked for quite a lot, and we've just not. So this is our chance.
Yeah. But just going to hang out with you guys and shoot the shit.
It's the end of a very bad financial month. If we weren't more confident in ourselves, it's the sort of month that could lead to ruin. So, these chats help a lot. If we can get, $70 to $100 by the end of this, that will help us.
Yes.
A lot by the end, or more. That's why we've got our reward levels up here. You can support us in our endeavour to drink more. because the more we drink, the funnier we are. Or at least the funnier.
Oh, that's the theory.
The proof is yet to. The studies have yet to show fully. And we'll drink a little bit just to say hi first. But yeah, it's good to be with you guys on a Saturday. We don't normally do Saturdays. And it's like, what, 1? Yeah, it's 1 for you, isn't it?
Yeah, 1 p.m. And Marvin, I know a lot of toy. Don't worry. Even a lot of those channels will be safe. Don't worry. There's a lot of misunderstanding about Cope out there and a lot of scared videos and people not understanding. And like I said, I bided my time and watched a lot of that stuff. And actually hearing some legal advice, I'm not too concerned about it. So just don't worry about it, especially for us. I mean, and even the toy creators or the toy channels, because they're collectibles, the FCC is not going to go through and just blindly start shooting at people. And the $45,000 fine per video, it's up to $45,000.
Yeah.
The FCC has stated they are not out to
destroy people's lives,
destroy companies or people's lives. So it'll be, don't worry about it, guys.
I mean, this is a situation where they're only going to get bad press if they just keep, if they.
It's the government. They don't give a shit about bad press. It's the FCC. They don't care.
But I mean, YouTube, like that.
They also don't care because they put it in our hands, the creators' hands, after they fucked up and had a $170 million fine because they were doing something illegal for the last 10 years. But that's okay.
Oh, YouTube, you little scallywags.
And Charles puts in $4.99 and says, "Here you go. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated."
Starting the slope to madness.
Here, I'll have a drink.
It's funny. It's cold today, but that being a cold drink is really refreshing. Pardon me. But I want to talk to you then. Oh, actually, also, wait. Who always 25 FPS? Oh, the frame rate. Okay, so we're a different frame rate. Let me up our frame rate.
Okay.
Because I swap. I can't because we're working. Okay, we're 25 frames a second. Okay, so I'll do both. So I've tested how we can record with OBS.
Yeah.
And I did 25 because that's how we normally do it, but now it's oh well, we're a slightly smaller frame rate. That's okay.
And B the Tech Geek says, "So I always wondered, does it affect you being when you're in the Canada and he's in the UK?" It does still, unfortunately, but I'm not too concerned about it, guys. Don't worry.
I mean, we've weathered a lot of these YouTube storms. Luckily, we never got a lot of money to start off with, so therefore, oh my god, it went down by 30%. It's like, I mean, it sucks, but you know what I mean. It's not like a big channel where we lost 10,000 a year because of the 20%. It's like, yeah, we lost a little bit, but it was not good to begin with.
It's all relative. So Alex Toast says, "Compliment Discovery, laughing face." Yeah, well, we will do that. So what topic are we starting off with, says Bill? Just COPPA, I guess. We're talking about COPPA and the bullshit behind that. And then, don't worry, this is just going to be a casual hangout. We're not going to focus on anything specific for anything.
Or at least a bit of everything. Everything. I mean, I'm interested to talk about the Star Trek 4 thing, because obviously we're late to the party there in a sense. Although really, it's Star Trek 4 again, because there already was a really good Star Trek 4, and it's weird to be like... They should really have made like a pop culture name for it. It's not a Star Trek 4, because there are 2 Star Trek 3s, 2 Star Trek 2s. You know what I mean?
I know. I hate when they say Star Trek 2 or Star Trek 3, and it's like, really?
It's Star Trek 14 and 15.
And they don't caveat them with, like the JJ films are Star Trek Into Darkness, Star Trek Beyond. It's not Star Trek 2 Into Darkness. They don't put the numbers in them, so I don't know why people refer to them as that.
Because they'd have to put Star Trek 13 Into Darkness. Because Paramount owns the film rights. Ooh.
Mark Lawrence, who's awesome, puts in $40 and says, "Full shot both, LOL. Let's get started." Okay, I gotta go grab a shot glass. I'll be right back. Hold on, I forgot to grab one.
This has a lot of vodka in it, and I'm all for that. So I guess Mark is... I'm gonna drink the whole thing. I think it has about a shot and a half. But Mark, that already makes this live worth doing. So this is vodka and juice. This is gonna affect me, so good luck me. That juice is actually pretty good. Oh, that's gonna affect me in like half an hour. Oh, Mark Lawrence, He is supporting the strength of this thing. Paul B will have whales. No. Although Stuart, Paul B says, will it have whales? Would it be funny to have a whale subplot in Star Trek 4 again? Okay.
It would not. I usually use my crosshairs shot glass, but I'm going to use the one that Samuel brought me from the UK when he visited last time.
Excellent.
It's kind of like a cross promotion type deal.
Excellent. Yeah, I basically a shot and a half. Charles, you've got to get gin and tonics, proper English, proper British drink. Cheers. But I'm here to get drunk, not to drink properly British or English.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. Makes it worthwhile. I'm going to share this. I should probably do that, shouldn't
I? Probably.
Okay, you talketh to the people, and I'll back it up.
Yeah. Yeah, Bill, I think the Chris Hemsworth's dad as Kirk's dad thing has been shelved, which is fine. I'm sure he was a big reason that it wasn't going to go ahead before, because he probably commands a high price. And, Chris Pine's a greedy cunt too, but that's okay. Apparently Pine's back on board, which like I said, I'll believe it when I see it. But yeah, it could be great. I'm looking forward to something actually really kind of cool. Kind of curious who will be Chekhov in Star Trek 4 or no Chekhov. There'll be no Chekhov in Star Trek 4, says Chekhov. Is this the technique they use when writing Star Trek Discovery? Which technique? Just the drunk part? Yeah, probably. They did announce some kind of Kelvin timeline novel. See, that I'm not opposed to. I'm not opposed to Kelvin timeline novels at all. I'm actually not opposed to another Kelvin movie. I want another Kelvin movie because I did enjoy Beyond, so I would like another Kelvin movie for sure. But the idea of Kelvin-verse novels, I love that idea. I would get them. I would read them because I think it'd be cool. I just don't want to see that ugly ass Enterprise on screen because it's ugly. But as long as Tarantino isn't on board for 4, I think the idea was being pushed by fan media outlets. No, he's actually got a spin-off idea. Should it be going forward? We don't know yet, but it wouldn't be related to Star Trek 4 at all. It'd be something on its own entirely for Tarantino. And I'd like to kind of see that.
Well, it's a weird situation because we've got so much Trek TV content, commissioned coming out. Obviously, Kurtzman, he's not going to want to abandon his JJ verse because he helped build it and he helped write it for better and mostly worse. He's now got his TV verse, but in terms of cross media, if he phones up JJ and says, JJ, I want you to produce Star Trek 4.5, the spin-off, he can probably get that to happen. And if you've got 4 Trek shows on TV, if you can then put 1 to 2 movies that are medium budget, if not low budget, put them out. I mean, you could have 2021 be Trek. Not like Star Wars didn't feel the wrath of oversaturation and bad quality, learn the wrong lesson there. But, I mean, it is weird, though, that Tarantino, it's all about how the news media, they want to promote one thing or another, and the vibe was very much that he said it'll be JJ verse because I don't understand the difference. But JJ verse, but he wants the JJ verse characters, wants to be prime time, which is not how that works. But then if there's a Star Trek 4, which is a direct continuation, that's a completely different thing. But I mean, you could have synergy doing both at the same time, and therefore you can have like crossoverness, which would be good synergy. But then his one will be dark and depressing, and one will be a fun sci-fi romp that's a bit stupid. So, I mean, hey, as a Trek channel that analyzes, dissects, looks at, that's a lot of good stuff to look at. They have to make ships, they have to make designs that will respond to. And bloody hell, just get the same team from Beyond. Because they learned what went right, what went wrong in Beyond, and they can do better. And that was already a solid movie,
Mm-hmm. A lot of potential to do things right, guys, for sure. Martin Devon puts in £5 and says, drink to the London Bridge victims, #Code of Honor.
A very sad drink, but yes.
Yeah, London Bridge, right there.
Yeah.
It's a Tower Bridge, okay.
And ENG09 asks,
we are good, ENG09. How you doing?
There you go. We're doing good.
I already answered him. And ENG09, I watched your live stream. He did a a Bridge Crew live stream with my crew, with DGR Blue and or Scottish Trekkie and himself, and they didn't have a fourth person because he invited me and I was playing Fallen Order. But you guys did good. Good job. You need VR though. You need VR. Just saying.
Oh, they just do it without.
Yeah, you can play it without.
Oh,
so he's very static images for his, but that's okay. It was still a fun watch for sure. But Scottish Trekkie and DGR Blue, they both got VR because I started playing the game. So they both. I should get a kickback from PlayStation for the VR sales as of late. Just saying.
That is. I just had a funny idea. Hold on. You keep talking.
Oh, I got to keep talking. So yeah, ENG did fantastic. So thank you very much for sharing that with me. I'm sorry I didn't accept your invite, but you'll have your VR next Friday. Make sure you get the wands though. Scottish Trekkie didn't get the wands, so it's still not quite as fun as it could be. But get the wands, and don't worry. Maybe I'll play tonight. Maybe we'll do it tonight. Yours, I was like, oh man, I miss being there. You guys were so serious and so on point. It's like you need to have some fun. If I'm Captain Foley's around, I kind of spice it up. But anyway. Yeah, good luck with Sony on that one. No shit, eh? We all love playing with you. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. I love playing with you guys as well. That sounds really dirty, and I'm just going to stop talking now. I have the wands being installed on Tuesday. Tuesday. So yeah, guys, thank you for joining us. We got 62 people here. That's amazing. Everybody hit like. Everybody hit that like button, and let's get the likes up. I don't see any moderators in here right now. There's no Jeff. There's no Fleetpaw Swiftback. There's no Ian. It's kind of weird. I'm going to see whether they are on even aware that this is happening because...
What?
Hi.
Hello. What's happening? What?
Oh, nothing. I'm just pointing out there's 62 people here. Everybody needs to hit like. I haven't seen any moderators yet. Jarzia just sent a PayPal, so I'll check the PayPal.
Oh, Sue to the pub. And Dave Bessick, $5 drink time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so $5 Canadian. I honestly just want them to stop validating the Kelvin universe. I hate that they're destroying Romulus and Picard to those who say it's spun off from canon. Yeah. So they had to parallel shows us that they could just hand wave that away as having been a similar but alternate timeline. Bottom line, they didn't need to do it. Exactly.
Yes.
So $5 for that drink, and then $5 for David Bessig's as well.
So you talk about VR. I do not have VR, but I was given a present by my grandma last year. So this says that we're live in 86 minutes according to YouTube. Hold on.
What's to say? What's what?
Hold on. There we go. Yeah, I hadn't updated yet. Okay. So what I'm going to do, Stuart, is I'm going to watch Trekyards on almost VR. As in, live right now. And then you can watch me watch Trekyards almost live on almost VR. If it'll fit in the thing. It will, okay. Okay. Are you ready? I'm going to watch our live right now. In almost VR. There we go. And it's not in VR mode because it's not a VR video. So I can now see us. And it's very confusing. And now it's not doing jack shit because it's not how it works. How do I look, Stuart?
Like an idiot.
And you'll see a very delayed. This is unhelpful. But I could. Woo! Oh, I could Skype. Well, I could stream you. I could Skype you like
Tangerine Star 26 puts in £5. With CBS and Viacom reuniting, Sherry Redstone stated that Star Trek is a family heirloom. Are you hopeful that Star Trek will eventually course correct? #SamDrink. Ooh. Yes. Very hopeful that it will course correct. But that being said, there's been so much done with the new stuff that I find it unlikely that that's going to happen because they want to, as he said, Oz Kurtzman put his, heart and soul kind of into this crap. And they're going to maintain that at some cost, I believe. But who knows? Anything's possible.
But it is different people in charge now. So It is really hard to say. Right.
It is, yeah.
Because I thought I might as well. I'm now gonna be watching this VR video, the one that CBS released that you get to go around. Do you remember this one, Stuart? The one where you get to. So now I'm gonna watch this in VR because it'll be slightly funny, and I'll get to look at some VR while you talk. Oh.
Dude, you gotta get some VR, then I'll play Bridge Crew with us.
Right.
It is phenomenal.
Well, if you guys want to support that, that's the thing about VR. The longer you wait, the better it gets.
True, but you can't wait too long, man. You're missing out on so much cool shit.
Well, Bridge Crew 2, and you get to be all different versions.
Oh, there won't be a Bridge Crew 2.
Ah, that is not the right thing. Why would there be a Bridge Crew 2?
Because they're stupid. I don't think they're going to do a Bridge Crew 2, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame.
I mean, they're still supporting number 1, aren't they, surely?
Well, they haven't done anything with it, so...
But that could mean that they're doing a new one.
I mean, it could. Wow, you're optimistic today.
Well, I mean, it's such a sell to have every bridge. I mean, that was obviously just a test to have one bridge, but if you had every bridge, I mean, that it prints money, you know? It can print money. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a tug, Stuart. Does that make the tug canon? And the extra one's right there. I always wondered in this one which models they're using, because it's like, I know 3D models, and I'm like, which Connie is this, Stuart? Which Connie is it? I should probably talk into the microphone. Because it's like, it's sort of detailed. There isn't any interiors, though.
Idiot.
I'm an idiot.
I can't see what you're fucking looking at, you dumbass.
It's got red impulse engines.
Oh, well, red impulse engines. Wow. That helps.
Well, yeah, blue ones are in mirror, and the Dead Res D over there. I'm not joking. Has a nice light rig, though. But they're all bump maps. All the escape pods are just bump maps. And I feel like the impulse engine, not the impulse engine, the RCS are too, whatever. Oh, but they had some 3D interiors to the, can I go up? No. Is this thrilling, Stuart?
It looks thrilling.
Those phase transformer emitters are very big. Whew.
Yeah.
Oh, that was exciting.
Super exciting. I'm so glad we got to witness that.
Was that a good bit? Was that a good bit? Do you like that?
That was good, man. Yeah.
That was really fun for me. But yeah, it's just to put your phone in it. I have actually been looking at a way to try and stream. Because I mean, logically, why can't you stream VR to your phone and then play it in this? You know, why couldn't you? They don't do controlling in the computer.
David Bessick puts in $5 and says, "Don't barf, Sam."
No,
that's not the kind of VR that would make you barf. It's when motion is involved and stuff.
Although I do, there's I just saw it literally last weekend. There's like a VR game cafe in Blue Water, a big shopping centre near Marie, and it's kind of cool. It's got just like big spaces where you can play VR games. I'm just like, ooh, interesting. They have lots of zombie shooters and stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, she knows that. Well, the fact it's all under one roof. Hopefully, you assume that they're doing meetings to try and unify it. But often the things are so far in development that you can't just change.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Discovery was being made; it can't not be made, and Picard, I'm sure, was being changed because it was delayed and whatnot.
Well, here's hoping, yeah.
But it does make sense to have a movie. I mean, a movie can promote the show, can promote the movie. I mean, having multimedia, they just need to learn to do smaller budgets, especially when CGI is so inexpensive now, depending on what you do. You know, like, and you don't need what? How much was Zoe Saldana, Chris Pine, Simon Pegg, Zachary Quinto? If you put those together, I mean, aren't they? They're all incredibly high-paid actors. Why would you want? You know, I mean, isn't it better to hire an unknown cast as the young people again? And then
yeah,
I mean, that'll lower the budget like 20 million or 10 million just for that, surely. I mean, yes, it's not a draw, but again, if you want Trekkies to go, if you want a good story, I mean, you know, there's the word of mouth factor. You know, it's like Joker, right? People were sort of like, is Joker going to be okay? It's weird. I might give it a miss, and then the reviews were absolutely incredible, and everyone to see it, and it made £1 billion. You know,
I haven't seen it, and I probably won't see it.
Really?
Eh, doesn't interest me. It doesn't connect with anything else in the universe, so who knows? I might see it at some point, but
It's it's more like a get it on
Don't
Blu-ray
hold your
sort of
breath.
film for me.
don't hold your breath.
Oh damn! Well, go again. It's all good stuff.
Sorry, I'm just doing something here.
The booze brings out the optimism in him, says Jardia, and Craig S says Sam was like a 21st century LaForge. And
But David Bessig throws in another $5. The Army's VBS VR system always made me barf my brains out. It's like VR Arma, but worse. And you had to wear a huge battery pack and heavy helmet. Yeah, that doesn't help. Drink, though, yeah, for sure.
Well, it's an evolution of tech, isn't it?
ENG09, $5.49 Canadian. Thank you very much. Love the show and playing Bridge Crew with you. Thank you very much, ENG.
What?
Good to have you on the team, on the crew, as it were. I'd love to meet you in person one day. I've met Scottish Trekkie, so I've met one part of my crew at least.
He walked up and he was like, "Hello," and you're like, "Scottish Trekkie." Oh, hello.
Yeah, you sound familiar, man.
Because faces, faces. We don't know the faces. Yeah. I mean, is it even worth doing a Star Trek 4 when those actors are going to cost a third of the budget? I mean, how much was Quinto used in the last film? Was he really worth the $5 million or however much? I don't think he added that much. I mean, Pine, yes.
Well, look on the bright side, they don't have to pay Anton anymore.
Yeah.
That was really bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think Pine earned his paycheck. I think he did very, very well in Beyond. Scotty, I think, did a lot. He was good.
Yeah, Pine did good in Beyond, but he lost all my respect when he was like, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna take a little bit of a pay cut," where everyone else was agreeing to do so. I was like, "You dumb fuck."
Although you don't know what.
I don't really care.
I know you don't.
If you love the franchise and you want to see your character continue, you take a little bit of a pay cut. He's getting 18 million instead of 21 million. The poor bastard. Seriously, I feel so bad for him. Oh my god.
Well, the problem with that is it's a precedent. If you're willing to take a pay cut for one, the next film will offer you less, and it stunts your career a bit.
What career? What else has he been in?
I mean, Wonder Woman and smaller things.
Oh, Wonder Woman, yeah.
You know what's weird? That guy aged so much in the last decade. Because think about it, in 2009, he was this young, fresh-faced guy, and now he looks like he's in his late 40s. Like, it's amazing. Like, he was the young guy in 2009. That was not a long time ago.
Yeah.
He went from 20s to 40s in 10 years. He looks a lot older. Which is kind of good. I mean, I wouldn't mind them doing a Wrath of Khan. Because imagine if they did time jump it like 20 years. Yeah. And then Chekhov's unfortunately dead or whatever. Or you kill half of the main cast. You know. Although it wouldn't be kind of cool. If it was
Samuel.
Yes. What?
73 people watching. Everybody hit like.
Yes.
That's a good number.
It is. And you guys are great people. But let me pitch you a story for Star Trek, which I want to do a few times. Story pitch of Star Trek Beyond. No, Star Trek Beyond 2. You ready?
Go for it.
Okay. So, it's in the Wrath of Khan era. Everyone's wearing like a fancy up version of the Wrath of Khan uniform. Like more skin tight, less bulky, same colours, a few more details, right?
Yeah.
It's like a sexy version of it. Different material type. And they're lamenting, because pilots are older, they're lamenting the years have not been good for the Federation, which kind of adds to the whole parallel universe vibe. That everything, you know, there was a Klingon war. It didn't go well. They managed to work out a truce. Undiscovered country happened, but it was kind of the Klingons were dying, but they were winning a war against us. But then Praxis, and they decided to concede. So also mirroring Discovery a little bit, but not really. And then with only like Spock and Kirk and Scotty, everyone else is, you know, dead, dying, or away. He says, right, we've got to go back in time and save our crew, because we know that really as a, you know, maybe they can't talk to their Nimoys. He's also gone, but they learn somehow that, you know, in this alternate universe of our time, their crew being together really helped. As they go back to like 09-ish, and they save the rest of the crew, and you have a CG Anton for a little bit, or you read some other clips. Maybe they do a Back to the Future that you have to go into the events of one of the other films, and then that's where you get to see him again. And at the end, the joy is the things that just save them, and then it because the Enterprise crew is so legendary, they help stop the Federation from going to shits. And so you get to have young and old versions and time travel. So it is Star Trek 4 again, but not Wales, but the Federation. You get to feel like this dark, depressing war that already happened, or even they go back time into the war, which would be kind of interesting. And then you get these big F battles, but only for a little bit. And you have to pay half the cast because they're the primaries, and then you get the trifecta. It gets to be the Star Trek 5 of trifecta, and then through time travel you get to see the cast back again. What do you think?
Better than anything they'll come up with, that's for sure.
And also still a homage to Star Trek 4.
Yeah, I thought they don't need to do that. Stop ripping off all the other movies.
No, but at least it's a fresh take on it,
Yeah.
And allows you to have some really cool stuff in it. What do you guys think?
And Bill Barkley says, "Ooh, Trekyards, not long till the 2 new short treks. I don't know when that is, but yay."
But are you really,
Should be soon,
do you
I
really
assume.
care for those two?
I do. Well, which ones are they? This is the Picard one.
Which we haven't seen a trailer for?
No, we haven't. Oh, that's right. That's the lady who created the stars or some stupid shit.
Yep.
And then, but the tardigrade one, I guess, that's a different one, or is that the same one?
Ephraim and Dot, and the girl who made the stars, both December 12th, and then Children of Mars, which is obviously the Picard one. And I couldn't care less about either of those 2 shorts, Ephraim and Dot and Girl Who Makes the Stars. Ephraim and Dot looks ridiculous, and it's going to hurt Trek canon what?
But we see a Constitution class in one of them, which is at least the right color.
It's true.
Timberwolf 429 puts in $5. Here is my pitch. Why not a movie that is chapter in the Enterprise B's career? Sure.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, they can do everything to win. Why not have, like you say, the B, and then the B needs to bring Kirk back because Kirk's an admiral and he's Pine, and Pine then the captain of the B dies and Pine takes command. It's a new ship and it lets you, because think about it. Also, if they said, I mean, can you imagine they being in the department on this movie? So say it's been greenlit, right? And there's a guy in there saying, director, yes, there's a company called Eagle Moss, right? If we design a new ship, that'll make them £200,000 and we get a cut of that. So we just design a new ship and we get money. Yeah. Really? And design 4 other ships. Same thing. Really? Yeah. And
it'd be more like, that conversation would be like, Eagle Moss? What's that? Oh, they make starship models. Well, that's I don't really care because I don't like sci-fi or starships or Star Trek. So no, we're going to do what I want to do. That's exactly how that conversation would go.
Justin Lin cared, and Simon Pegg cared. Oh, well, okay. Well, who is this new guy? The new guy that is reported to be.
Don't know. Don't care. Don't know. Didn't recognize anything he did. So
Legion.
I didn't even look it up though. So that's fine. But Dreamer out there puts in $5 to drink. Right. How about a movie that is well written and respects visual continuity and doesn't reinvent the wheel? Well, hey, that's what we've been saying for years, man. Cheers.
Be serious, though. Come on. That's ludicrous.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy talk.
Old Star Trek is dead. Everything we've seen. I mean, think about it. Nothing we've had in the last decade has been actual Trek. Isn't that amazing? Like, even games. Have we had a single game that's in the actual continuity? I guess online, but that's its weird future.
They keep creeping the new shit in, like the Delta and fucking bridge windows and all this shit that's like, oh, well, this looks almost the same, but we're going to take this from here so that it ties together. It's like, no, just stop. For the love of Christ, stop doing this.
I guess the only thing is Bridge Crew having the Connie and D bridge. Seriously. There's been no games, no TV shows that actually respect the original visual continuity that are in the 100% original universe, as is a sort of literal look at the original. Like, why can't they go back? I mean, I guess in Picard we saw TNG uniform, which is, I guess that would be the closest. I'm obviously hoping to see Enterprise D or E, I should say. But it's like, why can't we get a show in the NX era? Just make fans happy. Why do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Mazarus puts in $10. So that's half a shot.
Okay.
which is more visually pleasing to each of you? The Orville space battle against the Kalon, or the space battle of Discovery Season 2 from a point of view of how the fights look and not really the story?
That's
They
a
were
really
both,
good question. That's a really solid
it
question.
was. They were both visual garbage and clutter as far as I was concerned. There was too much going on in each of them. That being said, I think that the Orville represented battles a little bit better. It felt more TNG or Dominion War style, in my opinion. I just think the Discovery. I mean, it looked great. There's some really good shots of the Enterprise kind of doing a roll or whatever, but there's just too much visual garbage on the screen, and it just didn't work. So I would say Orville would be my answer for that. So, but here's my half a shot.
I love that question. You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm actually gonna pull up 2 images from the battle. I think that actually deserves a little bit of a. That's a really good question.
Well, while you're doing that,
Yeah.
if Jacobs is here, puts in $1.99, 50, yay, again at 100. We have 89 people watching, so very happy about that. Everybody click the like button and make sure you're subscribed.
Yes. Well, why don't you use the spiel? I'm gonna go with my spiel. Yeah, do a spiel. Do a spiel.
Do a spiel, yes. Everybody hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. 44% of the people that watch our videos are not subscribed, and I don't understand that for the life of me. So just hit the subscribe button. If it's red, it's a red alert. You haven't hit it. Hit that red alert button. Help with the channel. And if your like button is not blue, you did not do. So click the like button as well. It really helps us out. So we still have to talk about the Picard prequel comic, the Countdown comic. We'll do that at the last half of this live, I'm sure, because right now we're talking about Star Trek 4 and a few other things. So by all means, guys, stick around if you're interested in that, because we will be talking about the Picard comic near the end of this, probably, because we're already kind of lost in this discussion. But
Which
that's
is
fine.
good. I like
it's
it.
just a fun hangout, so we're having fun. If you have any questions specifically about the Picard comic, by all means, ask them. We might not see them in the regular chat, so if you want to super chat them, that'd be even better. But if not, it's totally understandable. Also, don't forget there's PayPal as an option down there if you want to send us a PayPal, which means YouTube doesn't scoop 30% right off the top of it. Just let us know in the chat, let the moderators know, and they will direct us to our email where we will read your comment or question that way. And don't forget Patreon. Patreon is a great way to support us, and we got some really cool perks and stuff now. So check it out, and it's going to be upgrading a little bit in January as well again. So by all means, check out Patreon. Help us out if you can. I gave you the PayPal payment. Yes, was that the one I read? Because there's no other ones, so it's not showing up right now. But okay. All right. Sorry, just answering a message or two here on my phone. There we go. London Batman just messaged me and said, "So you're getting drunk tonight?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm doing a drinking live right now. Maybe London Batman will come by later tonight. Maybe we'll do a live with him, me and London Batman. We'll see how it goes." Also, Sylvia's friend Sabrina's coming over tonight, so it could be good. Compliment Discovery. Lols. There you go.
Let's see which hard drive that I plugged in then.
ENG09 is drinking with us also, so there you go. Hopefully I'll be fine enough to do Bridge Crew tonight. Because after this, I mean, Sylvia's bringing Sabrina over, and London Batman just messaged me and said you're getting drunk without me, so he might come over tonight. Might do another live later.
Yes,
just him and
that'd be
me
fun.
And him.
That'd be
but
good.
we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to be wasted.
I mean, you do though.
I know. Well, it's been good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a lot better. I did not want to do this today.
Oh.
I was literally sitting here at 12:30 going, but here we are, and I'm feeling pretty good. So,
well, that's the thing. I mean, you know, we're bouncing off you guys. That's the great thing about this. We're a community,
and 90 of you here. That's awesome. That's way better than our regular reviews.
Well, a bit better. Yeah. So I'm trying to find stills. What is the show called? Is it The Orville or is it Orville? I've got Obeth, but what the hell? That's my sixth.
I think it's the Orville, isn't it?
But I mean, what do I save as in my drive? Or is it under Fleet Yards?
Should be.
I haven't done Orville for a while, so...
It should definitely be under Fleet Yards.
The Orville... No, that's episode 1 review. I'm so confused. Or should I just answer the question and not have cool visuals?
Well, if you can get the visuals, I mean...
I think I'm failing slightly. That's the problem with having so many episodes and content. It's kind of hard to keep all on one drive because it's so many things.
Yeah, we do a lot of content, and you got a lot of storage there for that, so...
I have a billion things. Did I miss any super chats? Miss any drinks?
You did not. No one super chatted, even though I was telling about super chats and stuff like that.
But you guys have been great so far, though.
Yeah, been awesome, actually. Thank you.
That's the thing. We don't actually need that much to be a successful thing. That's the sad thing about it. It's like we just need...
Just regular, yeah.
Yeah.
Last night it was only like a short first reaction video and I only got one super chat, and that was from Jeff. So I was like, anyway. David Bessick, though.
We feed off the vibe. We really do.
Yes. David Bessick throws in $10.
Ooh.
That's half a shot again. God damn. I just want everyone to be happy because the ship I've been working on for months is almost done. Sam, 3D work is about 95% done. Just have to plug windows and random details. Tomorrow is texture time.
95
All right, so
at that point, really?
I'm pouring half of a shot. There we go. You bastards.
I got some weird juice I never had before, so I'm kind of like, I literally can't find Orville. And I can't imagine it's not on this drive. But I got Discovery.
You have Discovery, not Orville. You are a sad, pathetic man. You got shit backwards, man.
I'm doing a search. But let me answer your question. And I'll go back up to where the hell the question was. My Zurus.
Nazareth.
Yes. The battles are very different, but also very similar. The Orville has a lot more creativity in it because it's this big scope of battle. Things are happening, things are doing. It's it's 2 then 3 sides. There's a lot more ships in it with actual weight to them. Whereas Discovery, it's an outer ring of unknown black ships that don't do anything. An inner ring of 2 ships in the middle that do stuff, but not a lot of stuff, and then thousands of small ships that are just visual noise. They get blown up, they don't make any impact, and the capital ships get destroyed. There's no weight in the battle at all. It's a very weird battle, and like Stuart said, there's a lot of visual noise. It would have been better to have just 2 to 3 ships, capital ships versus the 2 main, would have been much more interesting. So I think Orville wins. The Orville is also visual noise because each of the faction ships look identical, so it's weird to see 12 of the same exact ship. That's why Dominion War really worked, because they were fleets of many variants of ships. Even if there was like 6 galaxies, whatever, it still felt pretty variable. And also one thing, I think the Discovery, while Discovery looks more cinematic and like the VFX is more crisp, the Orville explosions were so much better. The fact that ships exploded into big chunks of particles, like really, really good stuff there. And then you look at Discovery, it's just like, oh, there's a fireball. Oh, there's a little explosion, because you see all the explosions. It's just, it's a very good, look at the differences. And you're like, could I not just watch that more? The Orville one? I just wish there'd more class of ships and more variant between them, because that would have been all the difference in that battle. Because, I wasn't on the hype train about that battle. It was obviously good. But, it had some visual problems.
Sorry, guys. Just had to grab a stogie. Hardly a stogie. It's too small. What's this cigar? Yeah, Dan sent us an article on the JJ verse novel that's coming out, synopsis. The Unsettling Stars. Okay. Taking place in an alternate timeline created with the Starship Kelvin. When the Starship Kelvin was destroyed by the Romulan invader from the future, this bold new novel follows Captain James T. Kirk and an inexperienced crew commanding a repaired USS Enterprise out of space dock for a simple shakedown cruise. When a distress call comes in, the Enterprise must aid a large colony ship of alien refugees. Or under an unknown
Hold on,
enemy.
hold on, Stuart.
Kirk and his crew
Hold
will
on,
find
Stuart.
out the situation with
Hold
the
on,
peaceful.
Stuart. We lost your refugees. Sorry. Hello?
Hello?
We lost your refugees. I apologize.
That's okay. Known as the Pernonians or whatever, who are under siege by an unknown enemy. But Kirk and his crew will find that the situation with the peaceful Pernonian is far more complicated than they bargained for. And the answers as to why they were attacked in the first place unfold in the most insidious of ways.
When's that set? I guess after 3.
Doesn't say.
Because they're not a fresh crew, and surely.
Well, it's a novel. It doesn't have to happen after the movies. It can happen any time.
That's what
it
I'm
says
asking.
An inexperienced crew, so I assume it's right after the events of 2009 because it says a repaired Enterprise is on its shakedown cruise with an inexperienced crew. So I have a feeling it's right after 2009. It doesn't say when it takes place.
Yeah, I'm less interested now, honestly, at 09 level. Yeah, I can't find Orville, and I'm quite concerned about that, really.
I also am quite concerned about that.
The entire... Unless they're all still on... No, they're not. That's weird. Well, it doesn't matter, we'll answer the question. But yeah. I mean, the book sounds interesting. It sounds very, like, boilerplate. Like, very normal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's all about the characters there, isn't it? More than the action. I don't know. Yeah, Orville the battles better. I think they're going to know going in they have to not necessarily up the bar, but make it more diverse.
Yeah.
Or more focused.
Well, Charles, yes, I know smoking is bad, but I don't smoke, really. I just have the odd little cigar once in a while. Especially when I'm drinking. Just the thing.
Yes. And so the chap who might be making the new one, although this was odd because his name is Noah Hawley. Everyone announced he was doing it, but then it was revealed he wasn't doing it. He was in talks to do it, but it feels not been either commissioned, budget, greenlit, script, story. Yeah. It's like he's involved, but they also had the female director who was also confirmed to be involved, and then she wasn't.
Oh yes,
It's like all these, I mean, confirmed that Chris Hemsworth was in it, and then he wasn't. I mean, basically, someone in Paramount told a reporter, "Oh yeah, we've got a new guy that might be the guy that does new Star Trek 4. Oh nice, that's an exclusive. I'll share it." But nothing's been signed, nothing's been written. He hasn't got a script. He hasn't got a story. He might have ideas, but I mean that's like years away. And he might not get the job.
That's why I say I'll believe it when I see it. There's like, you can say anything, and all of a sudden it's blown into a story, which is copied by another place, which is copied by another place, which is then made a video on, and then both for the good and for the bad. It's just like it gets spread around, and it's like, okay, I'll believe it when I see it.
And it made me laugh. They announced the first female director of all Star Trek, and then under the rug she was let go, and now it's a man. Because they wanted points for that. Ooh! But it didn't happen. I mean, you know?
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter the gender.
92 people watching. Everybody hit like. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it's a good number. I'm happy about that. So
I'm happy too. And as you can see on the screen, guys, you can control the fun we have in this live stream. You guys have already been wonderful to help us get a little bit loopy. But we have drinks raring multiple platforms to get even more loopy.
Yeah, so chip in if you can. You can get us wasted and talk about whatever we want. If you super chat, we could have to read it. And
exactly.
You know?
You can
hats off to the captain. Well, thank you, Dan. My hat's on, though. But thank you. Rumors touted as fact, says Tangerine Star 26. Exactly, and that's the problem with YouTube these days and all these hate channels. The slightest little rumor, even if it's just a whisper, is like blown up into this big video. CBS announces this. It's like, no, they didn't, you dumb fucks. That's why we don't do that. We don't deal in that. We deal in absolutes. Once we know something is a fact, then we'll talk about it.
Because, I mean, the fact is we don't know who this guy is. So what can we even say? I mean, on his IMDb, and... Well, I'll get to that in a second. So Noah Hawking, he was a producer on Bones for 14 episodes, which is not a lot.
Bones is good.
But that's
a great
that's
series.
not a lot he was executive story editor of 21 episodes, story editor of 21, written by 6. So he had a contribution to about 40 episodes of the show, which had about 200. So a very small contribution in the grand scheme, but some. And there could be 25 bad ones. You can't really
Somebody screenshot that with him doing this, and then put the caption.
Little.
This is the size of my penis.
Jesus.
Both of them. Say Kalis.
Kalis!
There you go. See, I got him to say it.
He also...
you can leave your hat on, Stuart. Thank you, Peter.
It's good. That's good. He also helped produce Legion, which I've heard something of, but not a lot. Mm-hmm. My Generation in 2010. I guess it looks like he took a break from 2010 to 2019, or just didn't get hired. He just didn't have. So yeah, he's had a very small career. Starting in 2006, it looks like, and has done a few things, but not really much.
And David Bessick throws in $2 and says, "Only a Sith deals in absolutes." I knew it. See, Trekyards is a Sith channel, I guess.
Well, not Trekyards.
I'm playing Jedi Fallen Order. Samuel, you'll like that game.
I mean, somebody's a Sith here. Maybe not. Maybe not the whole Trekyards.
Only one of us is. You got to decide who. It's fairly obvious.
Yes. So whoever this guy is, we can't judge his talent from this because wasn't the press... I started saying this when Brian Fuller was announced. Even Doug Drexler said, "Oh yeah, American Gods was amazing. He'll do great. He worked on DS9. He'll do great." And then he helped make Discovery. Like, he wrote the first episode, and it's garbage. It's terrible. The characters are awful.
Not only did he write the first... He set up the Klingons. He set up all the stupid, not cylindrical nacelles. All these stupid goddamn rules. And it's weird because even Doug Drexler was excited that Brian Fuller was involved. He's like, he'll do good. And then all of a sudden it's like, no, it's just not good.
So, whereas the opposite, Justin Lin, everyone said, "Oh, it's the Fast and Furious guy," and he made the best Star Trek movie. I mean, it's better than Nemesis, almost. I'd say Beyond as a fun movie, it's better than Nemesis for sure.
And
for a decade, he made the best Star Trek movie. So, I mean, if a guy gets it, it's different to what his previous credits are.
Yeah. And Claudio says, "Stuart, has that had official merchandise?" It is not. There's only 2 of them in existence, both made by my friend Noel. Mazarus says, "I won't ever stop touting Fallen Order as a fantastic game." You shouldn't. It is fantastic. It is a great game. And Bill Barkley, "Stuart, what's the tiny robot dog in Fallen Order called?" He's not really a dog.
It's not a dog.
He's a cute little droid, and I love him. He's more like a bird with the way he looks and the way he walks and the way that he beeps. But his name is BD1. So I love him. I want a little BD1. It's very cool.
It's amazing how the side narrative stuff does better. Like, I even liked the Battlefront 2 droid that went on her back.
Yeah.
Like, it was neat. And then, whereas you look at BB-8, he's a gimmick. What?
Yeah. No, number one special puts in $5, so that's a drink.
Hey.
And says there are always 2, a master and an apprentice. Exactly. Again, you decide which is which.
But like BB-8 was gimmicky, like functionally. Like, I remember how JJ promoted. Oh yeah, no, he was fully functional on set. And you look at behind the scenes video, and it's like, no, he really wasn't. Anything involving sand or ground, he was fully like moved by a crane. So that's bullshit. And then this new droid looks like crap. Hairdryer on a wheel. It looks like what? I understand that's easier to make than than BD1. BD1's a good design. It's simple, it's sleek, it's efficient. Much better than the movie. Why the movie one's bad? I don't think BB-8's a good design. It's gimmicky design. It's not a good droid design. The other two are good.
There's that new droid in The Rise of Skywalker.
That's what I'm talking
about. Yeah, exactly. It's dumb. It's a stupid design.
Terrible.
BD1's infinitely better.
Yeah. Terrible. And okay, it's, like I said, harder to animate, harder to sell toys of. It's not cute looking, but it looks much better. It's a terrible design in Rise of Skywalker, and I hope it's
Bill, it's BD1. BD. D is in dog.
Ooh.
Not BB1. BD.
Oh.
And Dio, that's the name of the new one. It's Rise of Skywalker.
I really hope it's in like this much. Like, I hope that's in as much as Phasma is in the first film. Who cares about? Yeah. Same with Rose Tico. Like, one scene, maybe two, you know?
Yeah. Have either of you seen the two Boss Town dynamic videos from Corridor Digital?
It's the robot one.
Doesn't... Oh, yes.
I've seen them talking about it, but I haven't... It didn't look interesting by itself, so... But no, it's very clever.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys are great. I mean, they do very good stuff.
And I learned a lot about special effects watching their react to bad CGI and stuff.
Yep.
So very cool. Check them out if you haven't. Corridor Digital. Go subscribe.
And it's good for them to make almost millions of dollars extras by sitting on a sofa talking about movies. Like, that's amazing. Good for them, you know. But they're good. They have good insight. They pick good things. And Nico's obviously the smartest. Good for him. And obviously then they're doing these really...
Clint's an idiot. Clint hasn't seen any movies.
That amazed me.
A relative.
The last two were like...
Yeah.
What? You work for this company, these are big popcorn, big feature films. Of course you have. What are you on about? But obviously he hasn't. It's like, what?
Yeah.
But I love their replacement stuff because their day challenges themselves, like the Scorpion King and the Star Wars making it X-rated than the Marvel. It's clever stuff, but that sort of stuff really, that's adding something to the conversation, not just talking about it. So I really appreciate those. They're hard work, but they show their actual talent, which I like. Yeah.
Tuning 3434 said, "Did you see the Will Smith one played by Will Smith?" Yes, they did the deep fake, and it looked really bad. And then all of a sudden, it's like, hey, it's actually him.
Yeah, that was hilarious. That Will Smith was doing all the YouTube stuff. He was on so many YouTube channels. As 10 years ago, to think he's the top celebrity, him and Tom Cruise in the world, and now he's on YouTube videos like anyone's business. But he filmed all in one day. That was the joke. He was on YouTube Central LA. People came to him. And they filmed everything in one day, and then it took one day, and I assume you didn't go see Gemini Man?
I did not.
It didn't look very interesting. Like, it didn't grab me. Will Smith's great, but it didn't look interesting.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm just writing a message here.
Not a problem. Let me talk to the chat then. The wonderful chat.
Just so you guys know, I'm talking to London Batman. He's interested in coming over later, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, the Tom Cruise Corridor Digital one is very good.
The best deepfake they did, though, was the Keanu Reeves one. The Tom Cruise one I didn't think was very convincing in a lot of shots. Have you seen their roundtable discussion with George Lucas, Jeff Goldblum?
That wasn't theirs.
Oh, well, it was good, though. Jeff Goldblum, Robert Downey Jr., Ewan McGregor, and yeah, it was hilarious. Their George Lucas guy is funny.
Yeah, it's a whole new way of making content. I mean, it takes a long time to do. Like, it's time intensive to render that and to looking that good. Like, the better it looks, the longer it takes to process on a fast PC. That was Collider, which is a weird thing for such a big channel to do. But no, it's great. I mean, we're gonna start getting the world, and I'm sure you saw the Corridor Digital did one where they replaced the CGI layer in Rogue One with a deepfake CGI layer based on Leia, and it looked much better. They fixed her animation by using animated real imagery photography. It was very interesting. And it showed you how it overlaid the... I mean, obviously it was a fake face, so you can't get necessarily a fake face to fully real because it is a fake face. When they incorporated some of those real elements onto it, it covered up the mistake areas, and it really worked well. I was like, ooh, I should have done that in the movie.
Yeah. Tuning 3434 says, I actually really like their Stuntman Reacts videos. Yeah, those you learn a lot too.
Yeah. Yeah, I know stuff about CGI, but Stuntman is, real interesting. Because it's ridiculous how many films and TV shows they remove the wires in post, like these motion shots, and then they're going in and removing the wires. It's like, oh my god, that's so much time to do such a little small thing, but let's do even cooler things.
Well,
yeah.
Should we move on to the Picard comic?
Yes. 1 hour.
Who here has read the Picard prequel countdown comic? Because we don't want to offer too many spoilers. I only read it the once.
I mean, I want to read it, and I will read a bit of it during this. I meant to, but I ran out of time. You know, as days go.
Yeah.
Let me swap to it because I've got it lined up so we can just show a picture. There we go. There we go. Right. So yeah, so you read it.
Mm-hmm.
What was your review without spoilers? And I'm gonna read it briefly.
Too much blah 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 and not enough.
I'm just gonna remove the headphones. Then you can just talk about it for a bit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Too much blah blah blah, not enough meat to the story. It is to be continued, obviously. It'll be probably at least a 4-parter. So I'm looking forward to other parts of it. It was interesting seeing Admiral Picard with his number one, who was a lieutenant for some reason. She calls him JL, not John Luke. He's saying how she wouldn't call him Admiral because he would like it too much. And he's like, are you sure about that? Because I'm not sure he's satisfied with his Admiral role. But I mean, you get some Romulan intrigue in there. They're actually talking about the supernova is still traveling through space. So this is like right after the events of Nemesis. And in 2009, sorry. Right after the events of 2009 in the prime timeline. So the supernova is still traveling towards certain planets. So they go to this one planet where there's Romulans who have like a vineyard. But there's a native population on the planet that they basically have as slaves, like a workforce. And there's a contradiction there not a contradiction, but a problem that arises because the Romulans want to evacuate the planet, but not necessarily the native population. And Picard's like, whoa, Starfleet wants to help you, but of course all life is sacred to us, so we need to... Anyway, so there's that going on. It's kind of a lot of blah, 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 and not enough substance. So... Jeff, we did get a ship. However, it is a Star Trek Online ship, and I very, 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 very much doubt that won't translate into actual canon on the Picard show. Unfortunately, I think a lot of this comic will not translate well into canon material, just because of the fact that they've done the Countdown comics to 2009. It was great. It had Data in command of the Enterprise E still, and... well, B4, that is now Data again, and that didn't carry over into actual canon, especially considering Picard's coming up, and we know Data is going to be in that, and B4 is in a drawer. B4 in a drawer. It's like elf on a shelf. It's that time of year, guys. Jill47, though, throws in $2. Bought my first comic book since the 70s, LOL. You actually got a physical copy of the comic book. That's cool. I downloaded it on my IDW app so I can read it on my iPad. But yeah, it's awesome. I'm glad you got a comic. And the current leak picks. I mean, it might be. I don't know, Captain Kenny, if that's the case, but in Dan23 says in TG yesterday's Enterprise, did the guy on the Enterprise C have a comm badge? Yes, he did. The Enterprise C did have comm badges, even though they were the Wrath of Khan style ones. Like this. This is actually the Trekyards version, but we got the Trekyards Wrath of Khan style comm badge there. So they did on the Enterprise C. These were actually converted into comm badges at some point, obviously after the events of the movies. But in the Enterprise C, there were comm badges, so yes. And Jill, yes, she got a physical copy. Awesome. Come on, folks, hit that like button and hashtag make Jeff Jacobs pay. That's right, Trek Reviewer. 85 of you here now. The number's gone down a little bit, but I'm assuming new people have come in, other people have left. So if you have not hit the like button, hit the like button. I think that's a very important thing. It helps out the channel, as do Super Chats and, of course, Patreon and all that, which are down, links to that in the description below. Plus, the holiday season is soon upon us, and if you know anybody that likes Trekyards, such as yourself, and you want to offer a hint to somebody else as to what to get you, there is a link to our Teespring store down there with some really cool Trekyards merchandise. That'll also help us out, so please do that. Or if you just want an Eagle Moss ship, go to the Eagle Moss store using the link down below that shows the traffic was generated through our channel. It helps us out. And if you use the discount code Trekyards with orders of $50 or more, you get 15% off. So that's pretty fantastic. And it's easy to add $50 to your cart through Eagle Moss. So please consider doing that as well. Check out all the links down below in the description of the videos. They're in the description of all of our videos. So by all means, go scope those out. Is the IDW app worldwide? I mean, it should be. I have no idea. Has Sammy watched the latest episodes of Flash and Arrow? I'm sure he has. He's a huge fan of each. and make the commander and captain and commander drink. Yes, thanks, Trek Reviewer. You're really helping us out. Captain Kenny, the TOS Trekyards badge you just showed also on there. No, these badges are not available through there. If you want these badges, we have a few left. We don't have many left of the Wrath of Khan style, just because it was a very limited edition for our last Indiegogo campaign. I think we actually might be out of them, to be honest. The other ones, though, we've got a shit ton of other ones. We've got the classic Trekyards badge. These all have magnetic backings. So there's that one. And there's also the Section 31 Trekyards badge, so you can be a part of Section 31 and show off your badge to everybody because it's super secret. You know how that goes. So we got those two available, and this one as well. This is like the motion picture era style badge, and it's the Trekyards one as well. So we have those available. If you're interested in any of those, by all means, guys, email us at trekyards@hotmail.com and just put in the subject line "com badges." We'll let you know the prices and stuff, and we can arrange to get you some. But the Wrath of Khan ones were very limited, and I don't think we have any left. So maybe Data is the captain of the Enterprise. I very much doubt that. Trekyards, are you definitely doing a Mando breakdown on Monday this coming week? Yes, Mandalorian Monday. We'll be back this week. It won't be Mandalorian Tuesday. It'll be Mandalorian Monday, and we'll be doing a breakdown of Chapter 4, Sanctuary, which I did a first review of last night. Awesome episode, in my opinion, but a lot of people are... It's divisive, this one. A lot of people love it. A lot of people hate it, say it's cheap. So we'll have to see how that goes, but... And IDW is worldwide, so yes, you guys should be able to download that, so...
Okay, did I miss any super chats I have to drink for?
No, we got one from Jill for $2, but
Jill.
that's about it.
We love Jill. Good time.
We do love Jill. She bought a physical copy of the Picard Countdown comic. She hasn't bought a comic in years, so.
So my review of it was lackluster.
That's exactly what I thought. Too much talky talk, not enough substance. And some interesting reveal, like, I don't know, some things that I don't think are going to translate too well into the actual show or the canon. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it was... it's tricky because to represent the characters properly is tricky. Like, I didn't really... There was no real Picard in what I read. Like, but again, it's all very much like...
What's the setup? It's the first one. There's going to be probably 4 or 5, right?
And its dialogue also is just purely, like, factual base, so like we've got to deal with this problem, so you can't have fun Picard quips because it's not a sort of story. I liked some of it. I mean, I like that we get some clarification about the timeline, but if they had at least 1 year warning to evacuate Romulus is... Well, I appreciate that they've confused me because it was implied that the supernova killed Romulus, not all of the Romulan Empire. That was never part of it. So he's evacuating many colonies in the way. That's why it took so long. Because, as I always said to you before, evacuating one planet is not hard. They have ships for that. They have ways of doing that. But if it's every planet, fine. Okay, that's more of a problem. But like, if the Senate won't be killed because a year before it happened. I don't know. It was okay. It was a solid okay out of 10.
Yeah, exactly. And Dan23, apparently the Picard series is supposed to reveal the captain of the Enterprise. Well, I don't know where you heard that, but cool. That'd be awesome if it does. It'll probably just be a brief mention.
I mean, obviously, again, like I said before with Star Trek 4, they can make money to show their ship. So they commit to the Design Enterprise E refit, which is still worth doing. I mean, why not? And, sovereign refit. Or, because, I mean, if you save the F for something later, because you can imagine how in season 3 of Picard, the F comes... That'd be a good payoff. Like the E gets destroyed at the end, E refit, that'd be really kind of fun. Or we'll get the F and it'll be revealed. But as I said on Twitter with All Reloaded, that they explicitly said the JJ comics were canon to the JJ verse, and that has Data being the captain of the Enterprise and such, and by that logic, he's captain of the Enterprise right now because he's captain in 1 year's time. And I doubt he got captain a year earlier. So, I guess that comic is no longer canon, even though it was fully canon at the time. And Bob says probably the F, well, Enterprises can last 20, 30 years, and the E will only last like 15 to 18 to 20. Depends what happened. I mean, it's after war. I mean, I'd probably prefer an E refit, and then have it destroyed by the end of the show.
Yeah.
How symbolic would that be? You know, well,
yeah.
symbolic. But I mean, like, we get to see the new one, probably new next gen. Yeah. I mean, what do you think of the comic then? What's your sort of? Obviously, I wasn't here for that bit. What's your condensed sort of thoughts?
You basically summed them up. I said it was very wordy. Didn't really learn too much. It was just part one of the story. So there was a lot of setup, and I'm looking forward to the other parts because I hope it gears up a little bit. But I mean, the countdown to the 2009 was the same way, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it turns out. But I'm just afraid that a lot of it's not going to translate into the canon, unfortunately. So.
Well, speaking of the Enterprise F here, well, no, not the Enterprise F. Sorry, the Odyssey class, and it was called an Odyssey class in some official source. I know that Thomas Moroni specifically worked. He was, talked to the team about this and helped them with it. Although it itself is just several screen caps from, as in they use reference from several other Stowe sources.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what did you think when you sort of saw that? Or was it revealed too early? Because I know I certainly knew it was ahead of time.
I didn't, and I just saw it and went, oh, they went that way. Okay, fine. That's why I thought it definitely won't be canon, that ship. It might be mentioned in the line of dialogue in Picard, but they're not going to show it. It's not going to be referred to as any kind of specific class. The name of the ship will be mentioned probably.
But if they've gone to this effort to show it in a canon comic, why are they not? Why are you poo-pooing it so much?
Because their comics are never canon. They're canon until they say they're not, and that'll always happen because the story on screen is more important. I don't know. I don't think they're going to tie in with Star Trek Online at all. They're not going to use a Star Trek Online design. That's my feeling, anyway.
But it seems so ballsy to use this as their official comic before the show comes out. Their official prequel, his official ship after the Enterprise E. I mean, that's quite a big deal. He had Stargazer, he had D, E, and this. Those are his 4 ships. That's it. Those are his 4 commands. That's ballsy.
And why did he give up the Enterprise? Why did he become an admiral? It's implied that he would both enjoy being called admiral and the fact he also doesn't really enjoy being an admiral in this comic as well. He says it's debatable. So I don't know. You didn't heed Kirk's advice. That's okay. Again, well, they're probably not considering Generations canon either. They're just ignoring what they want to ignore.
Well, I feel like Picard would use the greater good argument on himself internally more than Kirk would. Kirk would sometimes justify his own personal over Picard. So if the Federation needed him, his obligation to that might say, I'll do more good as the Admiral. I'll have the rank to help the Romulus, to help this other thing, whereas a captain couldn't. Although I know it's quite a big deal what happened in Nemesis, but like that shit happens sometimes. Okay, not necessarily killing the entire Senate, but I never thought that incident in Nemesis was the thing that would change the politics of the entire quadrant forever, that would define the rest of Picard's life forever. I never got that sense in the movie. It was a threat you dealt with, and the Romulans would be like, yeah, thanks, bro, get out. Maybe we can talk about peace, but I didn't think it would. I didn't want the rest of Picard's life to be defined by Shinzon. That feels really odd to me, especially as the film was made by a guy I didn't like Star Trek particularly, who didn't do a particularly good job with it. Really, is that the film you want to base stuff off of as well?
Yeah, exactly. Trekyards says, "Do we know if Will Wheaton or the car actor Wesley Crusher might show up as Captain of the Enterprise? We don't know if he'll show up in the series. Would make perfect sense for him too, but he did leave Starfleet. He did give up his commission, even though, as we saw in Insurrection, he was wearing a Starfleet uniform at the wedding, which apparently didn't fit him well because he showed up last minute from wherever he was doing with the Traveler, and they just threw a Starfleet uniform on him, I guess. I don't know. So is he in Starfleet? I don't think so. I don't know. It would be cool to see him come back, though, but I don't know if I'd want him in Starfleet necessarily.
I don't want the beard.
Kind of give up on that.
I don't want his beard. It looks dumb. I'm sorry, but I know you're trying to be not Crusher, but the beard doesn't look great on you. Never has, in my opinion. But if he
Jarzia,
shaves it,
though,
it looked like Crusher. So can't remember.
Jarzia, though, throws in $5 on PayPal. His 4 commands that we know of, but there was an 11-year gap between the Stargazer's destruction and his taking command of the Enterprise D. So there you go.
But I feel like that would be mentioned. Commanding another starship. Then again, having the flagship after losing the Stargazer, there's certainly a level of why was he given command of that important ship.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, maybe, but I didn't get a sense he had a full career. Like, he didn't... Like, we never get his last second in command that comes on the ship and says, hey, I was your second in command for 9 years, sir. Like, there's no ever... You know what I mean?
Good Tea, Nice House throws in $6.99 Canadian. Thank you very much. I think Picard caves to orders and rescues Romulans only, and then goes back for the unauthorized rescue mission Raffi refers to in the trailer. I mean, sure. We'll see.
I mean, it was interesting to see her in the trailer. Like that, it's always good to give your characters in the news show backstory that we can enjoy. Like, obviously, most people aren't going to read the comic, so it's lost on most people. But we can enjoy the extra benefit. Although calling him JL was stupid. Really? Bro. What do you think?
I didn't hate it. I thought it just showed a familiarity and a comfortableness between them, which demonstrates that they're more than just colleagues. They're friends. So I have no real issue with that.
But he didn't get that way with anybody after what? 13 years on the Enterprise cruise? And then here she can do that after, what, 10 minutes?
Well, yeah, it doesn't... we don't know the relationship, though. I mean, he could just...
It feels
could be something that was a joke at first, and it just caught on, and it's just something she does. Probably not in front of other people, but...
It just sounds like Discovery writing. I love science! Hey, JL! John Luke? You're JL Picard. You're hip, you're hipster, you're new, you're fresh. Fuck off.
Tell us how you really feel, Samuel. JL seems too intimate and not proper unless Picard totally loosened up.
Yeah, exactly.
He seems to have loosened up a little bit, though.
We would think an admiral would give you another level of, okay, it can't be as... Because she's second in command to an admiral. He outranks her a ton. You know, she's not even captain. Like, if it was John, you know, like, I'm going to call you just the first barrel of your first name. Or Jean. Like that, okay, fine. That's her name from Jean. Okay. Fine, but JL, it's them forcing her to be a really cool character, rather than any sort of actual character.
And Car Galaxy Studio says I could see Vash calling him that. Absolutely, Vash would call him JL.
But he would be unappreciative and then get laid and then be more okay with it. I mean, hey, if that's his ex-wife, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Like even saying John Luke would be too much, almost. You know? It's just too Discovery writing-y. You know?
I didn't have an issue with it, but I see your point.
Captain Kenny, I see nothing wrong with calling him JL. Reichel said something else, and in the Nemesis Reichel deleted scene, he jokes with it with a new commander. Yeah, but he was saying that to get him in trouble because he knew that he would hate it.
Because go call him John Luke. He likes it. Trust me.
So you're making my point for me. He would not be okay with this. That was the point.
So it's the former first officer getting the new first officer in a little bit of hot water right off the hop.
Yes. Just
to make an interesting dynamic between the two of them. I think that's funny. That's something that Riker would do. That was an appropriate scene. Yeah. JL sounds like something a Trill might do if they know him from younger days. Exactly. Yeah. It is a little too familiar. But then again, as I said, we don't know their relationship, so who knows? Now the more I talk about it, the more I listen to you, the more I agree that it's kind of inappropriate. So
it's not inappropriate if there's really important context, but his crew didn't get there after 14 years.
Yeah.
And it's only been, what, 10 since Nemesis, 7 since Nemesis to this point. Like I say, if she was a girlfriend...
Well, this isn't 7 since Nemesis. If you look at the start date at the beginning, and then it jumps to the next page and says 1 year earlier, and the wavefront is still on its way, like, that's bullshit. It's not. There's no way it's 14 years. The date is listed in the first page. I don't remember what it was.
2386.
Which is...
Hold on. Nemesis took place in... 79, so... Yeah, so,
holy shit.
So 7 years. So within 7 years, he found someone else, and he was on Nemesis, he was on the E for 1 more year. We know that from his other record. So 6 years, he managed to make this connection. For to call him JL. I mean, if they're sleeping together, sure, why not? You know, they had a fling. Age shouldn't matter.
Maybe she's a relative of Guinan. No, we're looking too far into this right now. It's just a stupid writing thing. And she'll call him that in the series, I guarantee you, when he shows up at her trailer park at Vasquez Rocks.
Yep.
Fucking stupid. But anyway, she's going to be, hey, JL, oh, long time. I never thought I'd see you again. I mean, for fuck's sakes.
It's a way of forcing character that's unearned.
Yeah.
Because Picard, if it was Riker, right? Because think about it.
Well, you should put a picture of her on screen from the comic while we're talking about her.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, thank you. Because in Equinox, you had BLT. And that even felt a bit weird. Like, really? B'Elanna would let herself be called BLT. But you're like, okay, yeah, they were sort of together. It's cute. But that still felt weird. It's a very un-Star Trek thing to call people in that context. Like I say, it's very Discovery, very 2019, very hip, very cool. And that's not... Remember, the Star Trek isn't the future of now. It's the future of then.
Yeah. Might as well call him Baldy. Yeah. So anyway, the comic is a little underwhelming. It is part 1 though, so I'm going to give it a little bit of see what else comes after this. But I just have a feeling it's going to be exactly like the 09 Countdown comic. It's going to be like, oh, it's a good read. It actually makes the movie a lot better. But then they just throw it all out the window anyway. So it's like, why even bother? So that's just a feeling that I get. BLT felt passable because they would have been so young. And yeah, they would have been making fun of her. It just kind of would have been a thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
See,
hey, Baldy, get your ass... Tuning 3434. Hey, Baldy, get your ass and shipped to the Romulan neutral zone.
Yeah. You also add to that the fact he's an admiral. It's like, are you really going to call an admiral? You know, Admiral Janeway. Hey, Admiral KJ. Hey, KJ, do you want to go out for drinks? It's like, what? I'm 40 years older than you and I'm an admiral. Go away. What? But you know what I mean? It's just weird. Although, speaking of weird, I was trying to work this out as I was reading. We know that the Picard in-person uniform was given a correct comm badge. We know that in the front and back of the pictures of Picard, the photoshops, they have a correct comm badge. But I always look at their comm badges and they don't include the slit. They're just flat. So I'm wondering, do you think they're going to just ignore they're going to forcibly invent a new comm badge for this and have like the next one is just it with a bar, or is that just the comic team not bothering to put a thing on? Because again, do then take that as canon? The fact that, you know what I mean? Is it visual canon if they just didn't bother to finish off the comm badges in the comic? Comics are tricky, you know? What do you think?
I have no idea.
Did you notice that at all when you were reading it?
Nope.
Oh.
Different captains, different approaches. I mean, yes. Hey, pads have a light on the back now. Yes, they do.
Yeah. 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 It was okay. I mean, it was nice to the F. Well, it's safer for them to use an actual design rather than designer design because comic artists aren't genuinely good at ship design.
Yeah.
That probably was good for them. And they get good brownie points. As they should. I mean, I think we looked at a ship recently that we said this should be in Picard. Just in Picard. Go. Done. You know?
Trek reviewer, I think the JAG officer from Measure of Man called him JL. I mean, we just reviewed that. I don't recall that.
No, I don't think so.
She had a familiarity with him. She slept with him, so maybe, but
I mean, if that, I don't remember that. I'll be honest. If that is true, and that's a callback, and she slept with him, like I said, that would be fine if they were in a relationship. Age shouldn't matter as much.
And Jill 47 puts in $2 and says, "What's the difference between talkie talk and substance?"
Ooh.
Talkie talk. There's too much Romulan blah blah blahing and political bullshit, and there's no substance to the story, in my opinion. It's fluff. It's a way to get through 26 pages without really saying anything. You get the main point, but it would have been a lot quicker. It would have been better to get that out of the way a little bit quicker and actually have more story, in my opinion. But as I said, it's only part one of a full piece. So once we know the rest, then it'll mean more, probably. That's what I mean by that, Joe. I felt like I wasted my money getting the comic. Let's put it that way. So
I come from a different perspective. Obviously, I didn't think it was talky. Like I said, it's a setup, and a setup involves build. This is the first gentle 5 minutes of setup. I didn't think it was talky though. They're obviously stretching the story, but not a lot. I think maybe some of the pains could have been smaller to allow more of them, like give us more story. Because I wasn't impressed by the art style. I wasn't impressed by the graphics. Like, it was okay. You know what I mean? Whereas like the Mirror Voyager stuff, that art's gorgeous. That's like a treat to watch. This is minimalist and dull. I mean, look at this shot, right? Okay, all you see is, okay, the characters exist in a blank room. There's nothing here that's interesting. So there's nothing visually to latch on here to. Whereas if they made, you know what I mean, they're just dull. So all you're getting is the story. If the story itself is, it was okay. I mean, I've never been a comic person per se. I've not liked them, but I found that I always thought it was a waste to buy a comic, because if you can read a comic for, say, £10 in 5 minutes, that's the least efficient way of media possible. Like,
why would a comic be £10? Good God.
Well, I don't know, brand new from the shelf. I don't know. Like, it's not like a £1 comic. I mean, it's many pounds. It's not like £2 for a comic.
This was $6 Canadian. So
£4.50.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
I mean, I read that in 6 minutes, and then I'm done. Then you put it down. It's done. I mean, it's such a poor use of money. That's why you should wait for like the hardcover for £10. And it's like, oh, here's a book. Here's a book of the full story, and just read through it. Or you have smaller, more efficient use of frames, and you put more story in them, so you have more enticing thing. I just,
Yeah, I mean, I did wait to get the Countdown comic till I got the hardcover. So, but unfortunately, in the position we're in, we need to talk about this stuff, so I have to get it when it's out there, right? So.
These are classic Ruffles.
Hey, they're the real McCoys.
Yeah, they're sort of Ruffles, but they're better tasting. These are the good ones. The ridge cut flame grilled steak. Lovely.
But Barkley says the last series of The Expanse starts December, doesn't it? There's more than one series of The Expanse? I thought there was only one series, but multiple seasons. I mean, the last season. I don't know. Probably. They're talking about The Expanse, and I don't know why. Because Will Wheaton's in it.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's apparently a scientist that developed their drive system or something stupid.
Well, that's cool. Good for them. Good for them. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I was kind of expecting more, honestly.
Yeah, I was too. I definitely was. I put it down. Like you said, it only took a couple minutes to read, if that. You put it down, and it's like, well, that was just a waste of my time and money. I felt disappointed in it when I put it down. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I hope Picard will actually be better. Hope the short will be better. I mean, I like the extra context, the world building of the Roman, But having a year, if you have a year, all of the Senate has moved. all of the military leaders have moved. All the shipyards have been deconstructed and moved. All the flagships. You know what I mean? There's no... It devalues what the... Well, I always hate it, as you know. The Romulan Empire has been destroyed. It's like, no, they had over a year worth of notice. If they can evacuate 10 million important Romulans, the Empire's still fine. It's not as strong as it was, but that's fine.
And Car Galaxy Studios joint affiliate link to the comic, or is it only on the shelf? You can get it. Just download the IDW app on your phone or tablet, and then you just go in there to buy it, and you can download it there. They're talking about Lost in Space now. If we're going to review season 2, no, probably not. We can't review every science fiction show, unfortunately.
I mean, if you guys help us get $100 per live, maybe. But I mean, I don't think you will.
I haven't watched season 1 yet. So.
Oh, it's brilliant. Really, really good. That and Old Carbon are really good. And Lost in Space is out on Blu-ray, so I will absolutely be getting it for Christmas because that's a good.
How about the rumblings of another BSG reboot? I think that's a stupid goddamn idea because they did well with the first one. Why are they doing another one?
Well, it's not really confirmed, by the way.
When there's so many other franchises that they could reboot.
Doesn't it make you sad everything's a reboot? I mean, how many things are just being brought back and back and back? And it's like, why? It's like the Charlie's Angels reboot, the second reboot that no one watched. It's like...
That was stupid, yeah.
Who wanted that? And it wasn't even a very good movie, apparently. So you have a double whammy of... Whereas Jumanji, the new Jumanji, was a fun action romp. It was genuinely quite good.
And it did tie in with the original with Robin Williams.
Yeah, but it was a good quality film that was no one wanted. But it was like, oh, okay, this is fun. It knew what it wanted to be.
It was different enough too.
Yeah, it was not the same film. I mean, it was a completely different film.
Yeah.
Most reboots are failing. Most of them. It's weird that, but I guess really all studio, if you think bottom line, if the producer can get paid for 2 seasons, millions a year to make his show, and he gets mediocre reviews, and he gets 2 seasons, well, he made 2 years worth of money. He did his job. He earned the studio a few million. I mean, he made profit. He got the entire crew paid. You know, where's the creative? You got to pick a project. You got to make it really special. You got to release it. Where's that whole vibe anymore? You know?
Yeah.
It's weird. I mean, new ideas. Not that new ideas always do well. I mean, you know, some of the sci-fis of the last 20 years. You know, Aeon Flux and Ultraviolet. Neither were particularly good.
And then there's Dark Matter and Killjoys.
Yep.
I mean,
both okay.
Yeah. Hey, Captain Commander, are you still planning on a review of the Black Hole? No, we never were planning on a review of the Black Hole.
I think it means a ship, maybe from the Black Hole.
Oh, well, we have the ships and stuff lined up for sure for Fleet Yards, and the droids, the robots, but not the movie. No, we're not really going to get into sci-fi movie reviews. I mean, we're going to stick to the main ones like Star Wars and Star Trek, obviously.
I mean, if our channel expands into like 1 million views, we can get 1,000 people on live stream, and 500 people will come. I mean, there are ways.
Yeah, it's not going to happen though. I hate that we barely got to 50,000, and now we're just slowly creeping up, and other channels like Dumbcock has gone to 100,000 now or whatever. I just want to hit 100,000. I just want our silver play button. Which apparently they don't even frame anymore, eh? They just send you the play button non-framed. Anyway. Jarzia throws in $30 Canadian on PayPal. Wow, thank you very much. Yeah. I just noticed your $30 tier and had to do it. Make a sarcastic comment. Also, have you tried Crown Royal Vanilla Cap? It's not as overly sweet as maple or apple. Personally, I like 40 Creek with a little amaretto in it. I have not tried the vanilla, but I will have to give that a shot. And 40 Creek with amaretto sounds good. So what's our $30? Oh, Compliment Discovery.
Yes.
Tilly is fine.
No, it can't be something you always say. It has to be something new and annoying.
Oh. Wow. Saru is a fantastic character. I got to think about this. I didn't expect anybody to put in $30 for this.
Yeah. But we've got
Pike was awesome. Pike was awesome.
But we've got to prove this perk's worth doing. That we punish ourselves. Stuart. I was about to bitch about Saru there for a second, based on what you said. But what's something really good that's really niche?
I knew as soon as I said the Saru thing, I thought, oh wait a minute, that's not a good comment.
No. I like.
Jace M. Dor says your stream's too stupid for $50. You should get naked. Wow. Well, if it's too stupid, then please piss off. 96 people watching now. Everybody hit like. Jeff Jacobs puts in $1.99. I am wrong. Not Wheaton in Expanse. My bad. Oh, so it's not Will Wheaton. See.
But he was in Dark Matter. As a scientist, they did something else. So I think it's probably meaning that. He was alright.
All right, but we have to do the Discovery thing.
I like the holes in the Discovery Enterprise nacelles that you see warp coil in. I think they're actually quite cool.
They did a fairly good rendition of the TOS Constitution class for an alternate reality. I think it looks fantastic. So there you go.
The work bee is great. The work bee is great. Give them the work bee is great. Not much to complain about there, apart from the displays.
David Bessig, though, throws in $5 while you're thinking of another one. I think the new Trek shows will up the up count by a lot. Disco was awful. Also, I don't think the disco era of Trek helped a good channel like yours. No, it didn't. A lot of people left because they thought we were shills, and why would we talk about something that's ruining Star Trek? Mm-hmm. Because it's Star Trek, and we're a Star Trek channel. Of course, we're going to talk about it. We don't just bash it. We don't just love it. We throw the good in the bad. God.
Why would you look at Nemesis? It killed the Star Trek franchise.
Because it's the original.
Why would you watch Generations? They killed Kirk.
Literally.
Why'd you watch Star Trek 5? It's shit. It's like, what do you want from us? We're balanced. We look at all things. Why'd you watch Star Trek 1? It's boring. Why'd you look at Star Trek 2? It doesn't conform to Gene's ideals. Why'd you look at Star Trek 3? Nothing happens. Oh my god. Why'd you look at Star Trek 4? It doesn't represent Star Trek. Why'd you watch Insurrection? It's just 2 movies. It's just 2 episodes. It's like, you can't win. You know, all of them have a negative side. Obviously, they're a piece of content. They're just on the spectrum. So we try and look creatively balanced. I think I've helped you look at things in a more of a cinematic way, and you've helped me look at things more from a Trek canon way. I mean, this is,
yeah.
I do think Discovery certainly hurt our channel and helped us in different ways. Like the amount of people in Vegas that came to us and said, "Dudes, I love your reviews because you're so fair and balanced on Discovery." And so many
everybody else bashes it, so you're the channel I watch. Yeah.
And so many cast members on Discovery told us you are balanced. We appreciate that.
Or we heard, I found your channel looking for good Discovery content, so thank you. Mm-hmm. And that leads to all the other stuff we've done as well. So
whereas those like Doomcock, like you say, they are purely haters, and they're not actually in the sense of they're just hating for hate's sake. They have reasons, but they don't. They they come from that specific perspective, which limits what they can talk about. And they get the views for those people that hate it.
And good team, nice house puts in $2.79 Canadian. The $50 should be for a duet of Enterprise theme song. Hey, I'd sing that with Samuel for $50. Absolutely.
American. A big difference between Canadian and American.
Not really. Damn,
yeah,
so
like $15 different. Yeah.
$15 on no way, you're fine.
Have a Google that, huh?
Jesus Christ. Who cares, really? Works when Google pays. Oh fuck! David Bessick just threw in $50. Get to the singing then.
Canadian, American 50 is Canadian 66, so it's $16 Canadian difference. That's quite a bit.
Well, yeah, you were right.
I gotta pee. I gotta pee.
Okay.
David, you piece of shit. We love you.
We love you, David.
Okay. Will you drink for the many people? I'm gonna pee and refill at the same time.
Lookout Tower Radio, though, throws in £5. Hi, Captain Commander. Star Trek 4 was a great movie. Yes, it was. It was a fantastic movie. Timberwolf 429 puts in $5. I got to take 2 drinks now. I would love to see a Babylon 5 get remastered with updated CG and original live action scenes. Yeah, absolutely. You should sing that with Anti-Trekker, Cap. Hey, I would. I like Anti-Trekker. He hasn't really talked to me too much or about me lately, so I haven't been tuning in for his lives. Probably hates me now. I don't know. He's always hanging out on Midnight's Edge, which I think is a bit of a sellout on his part. But what are you gonna do? I don't know. I'm me. If you don't like it, piss off. 100 watching. I got 99 watching, but thank you very much, guys. Everybody hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more content. As boring as this, but we appreciate you guys showing up. Okay. I got to pull up something here. And David, thank you very much for the great super chat. I'm not happy about what I gotta do about it, but that's okay. I sing it. I've sung it before. I've sung it in my captain's logs. I've sung it, you know. Anyway, hey Cap, if you could go back in time and kill off a Star Trek character, which character would have the biggest impact on TV shows and movies? Kirk. Jeff Jacobs puts in $1.99. 100 is awesome. Can we get to 130? Hashtag make Jeff pay. Sweet.
105.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. A British tar is a soaring soul, as free as a mountain bird. His energetic fist should be able to resist. Dictator.
Sing, Stuart, sing. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Because I'm a funny man.
I am drinking whiskey. I'm drinking Crown Royal Apple whiskey with ginger ale. It's actually very, very good.
I feel like I'm not drunk enough to sing.
I got faith of the heart.
Yeah, David, I'm gonna. I need more booze, but you also did 50, so I'm gonna drink some more. Then once I drink some more, we'll do a thing. I want to drink some more. I want to give you a good performance. You're paying top dollar for a bottom dollar performance. But many more boozes. And
I'm ready to go with singing.
I know you are, but I'm more self-conscious person than you are, Stuart. Also, I want to be good, so.
Oh, you won't be good, regardless of how much you try.
Well. But did you actually respond to that song negatively when it came out? Like,
nope, I liked it. Well, actually, I liked the song, but I didn't like the fact that it was a Star Trek intro. I thought it was a really bad idea because it was a real departure from all the Star Trek themes we had had for shows before. That being said, now looking back and hearing Doug's view on it and how he loves it and what it means and the visuals that are associated with it, I think it's a perfect fit for Enterprise. But yeah, at first I enjoyed the song on its own.
Yeah.
But Star Trek intro song, I was like not happy as a Star Trek fan. So I got to admit that.
Because I was a bit younger, but I was the pre-internet, so my opinions were in a vacuum. I didn't know people hated it. I didn't know people responded. I was just like, oh, okay. The visuals are great. I get the message. I get the reason for it. Why would you hate it? You know what I mean? It's a new show. Why should it be the exact same as everything else? So like DS9's different. It's weird. They changed the intro. They added guitar. I don't know. I never understood why people hated it in the same way. But then I think that corresponds to like the Orville theme song. As soon as you hear the Orville theme song, you're like, oh yeah, that's Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I guess it is easy in a sense, but I didn't really. I was there too. I heard it for the first time. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, come on, the visuals were at least they tried, and like TNG is relatively simple. Voyager's still beautiful. DS9 is it's good, it's fine. But Enterprise, like the editing, the clever, it's I would think you give them more credit for being so intricate and put more time into it.
We're not going to do the full song. We're just going to do the Enterprise intro.
I feel like I also want to hear it so I can.
I'm going to cue it up so that I can hear it as
well.
well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You guys won't be able to hear it because we don't want a copyright strike. But
yeah,
you can hear us singing it, which is fine.
You know what we should do? We should make it even worse for the audience. We should not hear ourselves like each other, and then like count ourselves down and then start singing it. Listen to the song, and not have any
great.
idea of the timings. What do you think?
That's great. That is great.
Okay, guys, if you want to see a mistimed but trying really hard version of the We Got Faith theme song, I want $10 more, not from Bessig, because you're a crazy man. $10, and we'll go silly with this, which will also encourage you to drink more, which is good. That's my thing. I think it's worth it. No one special. 50 again. Not again. Well, David really wants to do that, but I'll do 50 because 50 is a good Christmas thing. Because we're doing a Winter Wonderland, which is a UK thing in England, in London, and things cost money there.
All right, are you ready? Are you ready?
No, I got just that's what I'm doing. Getting Star Trek Enterprise. Let's see. Okay.
Actually, hold on a second. I'm going to do this one instead. There we go. Yeah. This will be fun with us not being able to hear each other.
Yep. So I'm going to plop in the headphones, and you can give me the... Alright, so I can't hear you anymore.
I'm taking mine out.
Okay, no, I can't. Okay. So you can give me the 3, 2, 1, and then I'll start mine, and you can start yours, and you tell me when.
Okay.
We'll give me like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh god. Okay. Long road.
Been a long road.
Getting from there
to here.
It's been a long time.
But my time is finally here.
And I will see you. We're not going to sing Pongo. Now.
I will find.
Oh, this
Nothing's in my way. Sorry, wrong verse.
Not gonna hold me down no more. No, it's not gonna hold me down. Because this is extended. Faith of the heart. No one's good. No, will take me. I've got faith. And now I've got Pongo. Wow, we went to Pongo. Holy shit. I'm gonna sing. Okay. Wow. That's surprising. That is. That's great. His green screen is great on that one. It's not my fault he swapped. Did he mute himself?
There we go.
Did you mute yourself for that?
I did not mute myself.
Did he
No.
mute? I'm confused.
Why are you confused?
Because I put the headphones and I couldn't hear you. Yeah, Stuart sound gone. You mute yourself at the end there.
I'm not muted.
No, I know you're not now, but you will. Let me go back and have a look.
I was not muted.
Let's see how much we actually heard, because that probably was a real cluster F. I mean, guys, was that worth the $50? You tell us, because I have no idea.
It wasn't, because goddamn. I'll sing it again if I have to. So what's happening? I guess he's watching. Okay, well, I wasn't muted on my end. He must have done something on his end with OBS. I'll sing it again. It's fine. I thought I was muted. I thought I was muted. I heard myself there. What are you talking about?
So I listened to a little bit of it. What's funny is that I had the extended version, the full song. So I started singing what I thought was a theme song, but my version was a longer version, so the words weren't until what I thought was coming. So I was screwed up so many times. And then, literally halfway in, I pressed something because it has like a corner of a screen, and it became the Pongo song. I'm not kidding. Everyone asked for it, and it suddenly became the Pongo song.
Pogo.
I'm like, are you kidding?
Pogo, not Pongo.
I'm not Pongo. No. No.
Neither's he. He's Pogo, not Pongo.
Oh, F. But we had a little bit of in time for about 1 second. That was great. It wasn't great. That was great. Thanks,
so did
everyone.
they hear me or not? Why is everybody saying I was muted?
You muted for a little bit. Like the end. The first bit was fine, but then suddenly you weren't.
The end was the best part. That's where I actually got into it. God damn it. I don't know why I was muted. I didn't hit mute. Anyway, not a banned account puts in $4.99. Is anyone else angry 29th century Starfleet is a ruined, broken mess? And what is this one mission that supposedly broke Picard? Picard countdown. We'll figure that out once we read the countdown comics or watch the show. You lost the last half of the captain. That's sad because that was the best part.
Well, he was.
Want me to sing it again? I'll sing it again.
Oh, goodness.
You guys asked for it. You paid for it, so...
True.
Good God, here we go. Hold on. Don't crinkle your bag. Let's see. All right. It's been a long road. Getting from there to here. It's been a long time. But my time is finally here. I will see my dreams come alive at last. I will touch the sky. And they're not gonna hold me down no more. No, they're not gonna change my mind.
Taylor's!
I've got faith of the heart. Going where my heart will take me. I've got faith to believe I can do anything. I've got strength of the soul. No one's gonna bend or break me. I can reach any star. 'Cause I've got faith. I've got faith. Faith of the heart. Then warp sound effects.
I like how two people in the chat, one got what I was doing, one didn't get what I was doing.
I think I hit this by mistake. My hand hit it, and that's what muted me. I'm sorry, guys.
So, two people said, said, no Sam Samuel, again, and Carl Gatsby knows can't hear Samuel. But Mike Anderson said, Samuel lip-syncing, that was the joke. I was lip-syncing you with the enthusiasm. I was actually singing, but I was trying to be like the enthusiastic, like, that was the point. If you watch it back, you'll hear us at the same time, but not really.
Thank you, guys. Everybody seems to think I did well. Thank you. I don't think I did. I don't think it sounded awful, but, I just love singing along to things like that.
Okay, now, this is DS9 theme song. Da-da-da-da! Da-da-da-da!
We should do a spoken word version of Faith of the Heart. I like that idea. That's good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm more than happy to sing for you guys should the need arise on these lives.
But $50 only. It's a high-end one.
Oh, it would definitely have to be high-end.
Because we earn so little, $50 makes a big difference. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Okay, glad people liked my DS9 theme song. What's even you couldn't sing the Discovery one though, because it's so gentle. I know, Jill, I know, that was the point. That's why I did it, Jill.
Yeah. Excuse me. The Magnum PI theme song, I'll hum that.
Ba-da-ba-ba! Ba-da-ba-ba-ba! That's not
Magnum PI, dipshit.
I think that song in my head. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I am!
Tell you what, for $10, I'll hum the Magnum PI theme song. I love Magnum PI. That's a great song.
This is what you get when you buy us drinks, in the sense of give us money. This is what you get. You get this sort of free flow that gets progressively better. And I currently have a full cider and a full vodka, and people need to donate for me to drink these, because then we get more money at the end of the year. We need that to pay the rent. And that's good. Because Christmas and shit.
Sylvia would be proud, says Brian. I don't know about that. We need a Trekyards karaoke stream. You know what? I'll do that as a late night Captain's Log one.
That's a good
late
idea.
Night with Captain Foley when I hang out with you guys. That'll be something I'll do because I don't think he'll be in for it.
I mean, I'll be a But guys, for $5, I will show you my new PC setup.
That was just going in the wrong directions. For $5, I'll show you my new PC setup. It's like, ah.
Because yes, I have a new PC setup, and I've got a second camera that I can show if you guys want to see the new PC
Martin
setup.
has a question for you.
Oh, hello. Go on then, read it.
Are you gonna read it? Oh,
Are you gonna read it?
Did you say you were selling some merchandise today?
Yes. Right, $5, and I will show my back. Well, I mean, that's the answer to the question, isn't it? You didn't ask for clarification, did he? Yes, we'll learn a little bit. I did think about that while I was peeing. Yeah. But yeah, I would love to show you guys for $5. I'll show you the new background, the new what I'm dealing with. I'm quite excited. It's a whole different situation, as you guys might know. Stuart's done a lot of like look around his man cave setup, and they're always quite cool. I don't really do that, but I will show it now for $5.
And before you do that, though, Brian McFarlane says, "Hey Cap, have you ever sang with London Batman?" We have. There's an epic rap battle between Sherlock Holmes and Batman. We did it at one of our drunk streams. I, of course, was Sherlock Holmes. He was Batman. So we did the epic rap battles of history version of that song. So yes, you should check it out. Just look up Trekyards London Batman Drunk. Type that into the search engine, you'll find us. I don't know which stream it was specifically. I noted to see it. He's wearing his Batman cowl with his Batman t-shirt.
Just so you know, I've improved the stream, just so you know. Just keep talking. I'm just saying I've improved the quality of the stream right now.
I have. Just look it up.
Yep.
It's not a drinking stream without nipples.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you covered my face, you dumb bitch.
Well, wow. I said I improved it, didn't I?
Whoa, what an asshole. So you're getting all Samuel now, which is fine.
Well, that sounds harsh, doesn't it? What?
I'm showing my nipples too right now.
Oh, he's fully nude. Oh, well, okay, I'm hiding. I was censoring you with my eye. That's hilarious. Holy hell.
Get the Admiral drinking. The Admiral's not here right now. She's helping a friend move, so.
Yes. That went down. But yeah, $5. I want to show you guys the setup. And there's two of me. Yes. Excellent. As there should be. Why are you laughing?
Because you were covering my nipple with your eye. I didn't see that till just now.
I know, it was perfect.
Oh God, we're down 10 viewers.
And
we've lost some men. Good God.
And I'm in stereo, but not really. And thank you, Mark Lawrence, for the 4K webcam. As you can see, this is the old webcam. You can see the difference in quality. Look at all the quality difference. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Yes.
Yes.
This is going great.
This is really fun.
Someone's cloned himself, Peter Quinn. Yes. 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 We're back to football later, guys. Oh, bye, Jill.
Samuel has cloned himself.
Yes.
Terrifying.
How's Romulan War coming? It's good. The Romulan War is a tricky one. For the fan film show that I'm on, I've done over 115 shots for it. I think at this point maybe 7 new ships and stations. It's quite a lot. You've heard of this game Star Citizen, haven't you, Stuart?
Star Citizen Kane. Sure. No, I haven't.
It's the highest crowdfunded anything ever, with over 100 million on crowdfunding. They're a game that's been going for about 7 years now.
They have 100 million on crowdfunding?
Yep.
$100 million.
Yep.
Like 1,000,000 times 100.
Well, the reason being I don't know how much they got in their first run, but they include PayPal via 6 years of development where they offer new ships and you can buy stuff. So it's still funded by the crowd. It's a crowdfunding game. So yes, it's 6 years of development. It's a game where it's an incredible amount of features they aim to do. Unfortunately, they aimed for a lot of stuff. When they started getting lots of money, as you can imagine, they upped the scale of the production. And now, years and years later, while the visual fidelity and the potential is still massive, the feature creep, as they call it, was so drastic that, okay, we'll add a day and night cycle. Oh, we'll add a real moon scale. We'll add this. All these things take time to develop. We're adding raw time. So the Romulan War, the fan film series, is very much like that. When I jumped on the production, it was a lot smaller, a lot more doable, but he kept having good ideas. And they're good ideas. They're enhancing it. But if each idea takes about a month to execute, and he adds 3, I mean, it just takes time. So it was going to be out December, sorry, but it won't be. He has some stuff that I can't possibly do in that time. But it's kind of up to him. But it's going to make the whole product better. But I mean, it's, mostly done. But it keeps adding new things. We've got some new aliens coming in, or an alien. Well, no, 2 aliens. And another bit which I suggested right at the start they didn't do. And now he's a year and a half later he's doing.
We got money from PayPal from Georgia. Since $5 Canadian.
Well,
okay, I'll bite. Let's see the PC. What's under the hood? Also sent $2 super chat while you were singing. Oh, did you? Oh, it's the official Enterprise Season 5 theme recording session. Yes, Season 5. I'll sing it for Season 5.
Perfect. There we go. We have a goal. Adam Rees.
Whip out the auto tune because I fucking need it.
Adam Rees. He's playing Star Citizen right now. Adam, send us a screen cap from Star Citizen right now, and I will put that on the stream. Send it to trekyards@hotmail.com. I will do that. Make it a good one, though. You'll be famous, Adam! Famous!
You got $5 PayPal. Let's see the rig.
Ooh. Yeah, well, and David Bestick says $2. Sam, 3D work done. Make you pretty renders now. David, I know you're watching. My sort of apprentice, even though I don't not 3D modeler. Make orthographics. Make orthographics for me, because then I can actually see it properly. You do weird shots where I can't see things. Okay, let me show you guys the new setup. Remove that. And this. Right, I'm going to turn the other camera. Boop. No, that one. Right, so, oh no, that's too many items. Turn off Premiere, turn on. Okay, so. As you guys know, I'm a video maker. I try to get away. Look at Stuart like, oh, he's doing the intro, isn't he? He's just going to talk some shit. That's what he's thinking right now, isn't he? I know what his brain thinks, like it's terrible. So I was using, for the longest time, 2 21.5-inch 1080p monitors, and they were fine. Turns out, the main one was very, very bad for colour accuracy, like absolutely awful. And the second one, I didn't use as much. So Black Friday, I decided, hey, use the time to get some new monitors. So, because I'm using them all the time. So I got... Oh. So oh. That is not... Okay. So I got 2 4K 27-inch monitors. First time Stuart's seeing it. And as Stuart knows, originally I had these monitors on a box. Now they have their own actual stands. And what's nice about it is they're full 4K. So actually it's going to completely change how we film Trekyards and allow for a much better recording. And the potential to have a full 4K stream potentially. Still the same lighting setup. Bump, bump, and bump. But yeah, now my entire desk. Some cool over-the-shoulder action there. Yeah, look at that. Look at that very surrealness.
And Martin says, Captain, have you put up the stickers you pinched from Samuel as well? Not yet. They're up in the ready room. I have not put them up yet.
What do you think, Stuart, of my new setup? Now you've seen the old setup.
It's way better. It looks very much cleaner. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, literally the entire desk is now... But it's funny because if I sit in the middle of the desk, I look at the middle of the screen. So I have to like... Yeah. What did the whole thing?
I got a 4K monitor. I got one 4K monitor and one not 4K monitor.
I asked Stuart, what does he think? Should I get 4K or not?
I said yes.
What did you say, Stuart?
I said yes. 1,000 times yes. I've had a 4K monitor for a while now, and it's a huge difference because I got one 4K big one and then the smaller one, not 4K, beside it, and the color difference is incredibly. When they're side by side, you can tell.
Exactly.
Wow, infinity.
There you go. Hope that was worth $5. Tried to make it funny, like at the end there.
Hey Stuart, if a transporter accident split Samuel into good and evil, what would be the top personality traits of both? Evil? Evil. He just I don't know. That's a good question. Good? He's an amazingly good friend. So I mean, that would be exemplified 1,000-fold, I'm sure. But you can't get much better than what he is right now. So, as far as the evil, I don't know. I really don't know what to say. He's British, so I mean that says it all, right? I don't know. Captain is having a bad influence on me. Thinks of lighting up a cigar, but I never smoke inside the house. Yeah, I usually don't either, but it's the basement, so who cares?
Well, go outside and watch on your phone.
Shouldn't smoke. It's bad for your health.
It is. I would not recommend it. Ever. That is a messy room, but extremely clean desk. It's not a messy room so much as this house has too much stuff.
And it's a small house.
It is yeah. For the amount of people, the amount of stuff, it's tricky. And I'm very efficient when I do space, but it is tricky. Jazia, Trekyards, I thought you got a new tower. Nice up though. When I got a new 65-inch 4K TV a few years back, I used my old 40 as a monitor. Damn, that's true. No, my tower is exceptionally powerful. I invest a lot of money. I mean, I didn't use any Trekyards funds for the last. I didn't use anything. I spent like $2,500 on a PC. I was like, I'm just gonna do it. We couldn't afford it at that point, like at all. So I was just like, I'm just gonna buy it. We just had these monitors too, but I mean, no, the tower is very, very good. What's the email address? Adam Reese. It is trekyards@hotmail.com. Thank you for reminding. I already forgotten.
Bill Barkley says he should have got that Borg tower. That wasn't great.
No.
We saw it up close, and it was. I could cobble one together that would look better, personally. But that being said, I got the Romulan War, a Star Trek fan production picture on my right-hand monitor with this really cool-looking Romulan D7 type ship.
I wonder who was responsible for that.
I don't know, but it's sexy for the time period. I'm telling you.
Have you seen the remastered version?
Uh-uh.
I mean, I will get some renders because I spent about 6 hours remastering it because the original version was a bit flat. So I went ahead and just updated it.
There's the evil in him. He never tells me anything. He doesn't share anything with me until like last minute, and I hate that with a passion. So that would be exemplified. It's like, I've been working on this for 5 years. Have you seen it? No, you haven't even mentioned it, you jackass. Oh, well, here, maybe I'll show you a sneak peek. It's like 5 years' work to show me a sneak peek, you bastard. Dick.
I mean,
I share everything with you. I don't keep anything a secret.
Look. Everything has a right time. I saved Horizon until it was enough to show.
And that's bullshit, because I would have helped you with that design, but you didn't want any.
I didn't want it. No, I didn't. That was intentional. I wanted to show it as like a look. Here it is. I was excited to show you the finished thing. And then I also feel some obligation to the projects I work on or share stuff. I showed you the Bird of Prey in D7 really early on, bitch. Did I not?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because I bitched you out a few times over the years about not sharing anything.
Yes, you did.
I'd show you my desk, but it's really fucking messy right now, which is weird for me. And the room is even messier because we had to move shit to get Christmas stuff out, so not happy with it. Plus, I have to have to plug in another camera, and I don't know if that would work. I'd have to use that camera, and I'd have to take off the tripod, and that won't work. So.
But yeah, let me get up the remaster pictures of this Dreadnought thing, because they did change quite a lot from the original to the remastered. And we get to promote Mark's Romulan War. So Mark, free promotion. Be happy.
Hey Samuel, 3D modeling render takes tons of hours. Do you think in a few years that 3D modeling render will take just minutes? In a few years, yes, probably. I would say so personally, but I don't know enough about it.
I mean, it doesn't take hours. Not rendering if you're clever. Modeling, yes, but you can't make modeling quicker. It's a hand created thing, so I don't think it makes any difference, honestly. Because it's like I actually said to my hairdresser yesterday of how much automation versus control, and there's I think over the last decade there's been a move towards people want the handmadeness, not necessarily over the machine made, but you appreciate the idea of handmade. Like it's a quality level that you just can't get with a machine. So do you really want a machine 3D model? You know what I mean? You start to create these weird things of the artistry isn't there. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. David Bessick throws in $2 though and says, "I've done 4 renders in about 15 minutes."
Well, I can do better.
Wow. I mean, David, I'm so sorry.
I have like 4.5 years experience on David. What do you want? What do you want, Stuart? What do you want?
And is that just rendering a static image, or is that rendering a scene?
No, that's image.
I know.
He's got a lot of polygons, but I guarantee not complicated lighting nor any interactive lighting, which is going to be the big... See, you can put a lot of polygons on screen and it not be hugely terrible, depending how they are. A little fun fact, if polygons interact with each other, so like if you've got a bridge module, right? But if you actually built it as the dome is a big ball and all the layers are actually inside each other, Lightwave has, or any software, tries to think, right, how will light interact with all these different elements? If you make it genuinely with just the clean lines, there's no fake interaction, so it's a cleaner, crisper render. So actually, it's more efficient to make it smaller polygons and neater. So that helps rendering time. See, this is what I have to deal with, ladies and gentlemen of the Trekyards community. I tell something interesting, potentially, and he throws me under a metaphorical bus. Would you like to see this remastered version of the ship?
Sure, why not? Go for it.
Hold on. I'm trying to grab the little red dots of the thing. So this was after I got annoyed by the model. And then I actively went back and changed all of the existing shots with it because I was like,
Oh shit, out of mix. I'll be right back.
Okay, what do you guys think of this Romulan Dreadnought?
By all means, bore them while I'm gone.
He's such a bastard, isn't he? Yeah, ray tracing, that would be cool, real time. Martin, not sure what it's about. Yep, Dan23, I know, I'm involved in that in some way. No lighting at all. Lighting is coming tomorrow. Well, that's useful. Drink. Oh, turning. What do you mean I have the talk and I made over 100 shots that show. What do you want from me? I've done my bit. So what do you guys think then about this Romulan NX era? Oh, Cloud Galaxy. Sam, any news on Convergence front? That's a great question. Yes, I'm happy to report new things are happening, which I appreciate. Now, so it's not here to, We had casting problems, big ones. Then Nick from Intrepid broke his leg and had 6 months out. I'm hoping to either film part 2 of Convergence in the start of the year. Now I've regained conversation with my entire cast. This is the fan from the crossover I'm doing. Or film it in the middle of the year in the summer holiday for university, which is where Chris Burdett, who plays James Monroe of The Horizon, he's a university lecturer. I want to hire a high-end one, and he will be potentially more free in the summer holiday, so it might be more June time. But because we filmed a ton of Convergence, I was able to see the footage and say, you know what? I'll be honest, this scene could do with this change. So I've already rescripted quite a chunk of it, like subtle things, even like a couple of lines differently. So it's good. It's going good. I'm actually using more VFX tomorrow for that. I did tuna shots 2 weeks ago. I spent about 9 hours resurfacing the villain ship to enhance its look and give it a light rig, which was fun but time consuming. And that will allow the shots to have more interactivity and fun and hopefully just look better overall. Thanks, Car. What is that, Stuart? What is it?
Canada Dry Ginger Ale.
Okay.
It's amazing. I don't know. NX is pretty smooth, especially the NX Timeline Bird of Prey. Oh my god, the NX Timeline Bird of Prey is a piece of shit. I hate that ship. Got any mix for me, Cap? LOL. What kind of mix you want? Ginger ale? Because I can do ginger ale. And of course, it's a Romulan upgrade on the D7 design.
It's not. It's not, though. What do you think, Stuart?
About what?
Well, I mean, you had pictures of the Dreadnought or the Stormbird, and it wasn't this version of the ship. So what do you think now you're seeing the... And let me just briefly skim between the 3 images. What do you think now of the upgraded version?
Love it.
Do you see the differences? As you...
Well, the picture's gone off my other monitor, so no.
Okay.
Plus, there was a picture of it from the bottom with the bird, so...
Yeah. Well, I've been skimming through them, so I have a brief little look.
Night, Peter. Peter's leaving. He's going to take it easy for the rest of the day.
Good night. I'm going to reshare this on the Face eBooks so that people know we're still having fun. Yeah?
If that's what you want to call it, sure. Jamal, man. What the hell?
What?
It says it's nice, but it's not a Romulan design at all.
Why so? That's quite a drastic opinion.
Totally disagree.
I mean, it's green at least. I mean, at the very least, it's green.
It's green.
I mean, when you see that, though, seriously, like, what's the first thing that comes to your brain when you see this?
Romulan.
So Romulan before D7.
Yeah.
Why? That's interesting. That's interesting.
Just the colors, the refined shapes, the smoothness. It looks Romulan.
But again, you're a refined palette. You see the subtle things I put in the design. You got a long fucking tongue, Jesus.
That's what Sylvia says.
So what I did in the original version, the plating was very much the same colors. There was less glows. I took like the head. They've got like multiple variants of green. I put more glows in. All of the back feathering. Each layer is different green. I had a lot more glows. I added like a slicey spike to the middle of the neck. Just did. Why not? And the gun ports all have now a green emission and more layers. Plus, I did more grain and stuff. It's just more of a 3D ship rather than the same. And it looks a lot better. The remastering process really kind of helped. And those that I'm sure a few of you guys see more Klingon than Romulan. It looks Klingon D7.
Oh.
What?
Brian McFarlane says if you made a D7 green and added a bird on the bottom, would it look Romulan? I mean, the Stormbird from FASA was a D7 with new nacelles after the technology exchange between the Romulans and the Klingons, and I had a bird on the bottom, so I would say yes. It's not green though, but there you go.
So it's okay. Well, again, I was brought into this with a just like we've had in how many times when they say you have this actual objective. You know, my objective was to make a D7 looking Romulan ship. Therefore, given a brief, you know, you can't really go too far from that, although I was able to push it as far as I could in one direction. In the concept of this, it's not a D7. Obviously, it's 100 years earlier. That's silly. A D7 is in TOS. The D6 is a non-known canon entity, but the Axmar version is quite a nice something or other. If we look at this, it obviously has a familiar set of shapes of the D7, but really doesn't have similar shapes to the D5, of the D4. I mean, could you not call those similar things? What this is in the storyline of Romulan War, the idea is that the Klingons obviously had in the Enterprise era the D5s, the Raptors, the attack ships, the Bird of Prey, none of which look like this. Although the D5 does have a head, neck, secondary hull, and nacelles. So when the Romulans suddenly start attacking Federation, Starfleet worlds with this thing, came out of nowhere, absolutely decimated Federation forces with a massive plasma disruptor at the front, not torpedo launcher, directed plasma torpedo, and multiple plasma guns in the wings. It was able to just destroy a NX ship relatively easily. They had to develop things like the Yorktown class, which has a lot more weaponry, including the first iteration of the Defiance plasma or pulse weapons, using a massive, as you see at the massive trunk at the bottom, is a big like battery. It's all that's involved to create it. It's not as sleek as Defiant. So when that happened, obviously the Klingons who are saying, "Oh, look, the Romulans are attacking the Federation. That's interesting. Let's look at that." And they saw the ship kicking butt constantly. Like, almost every single time. Yes, the Starfleet managed to do an effective counter-attack, but in the storyline, the Romulan War ends not on a tactical basis. The Federation Starfleet don't win the war. The Romulans stop fighting the war. I won't say why, but there's a reason for that. So then the Klingons said, well, hey, this ship is really effective, and it was more advanced than our D5s. Let's we got the scans, we're cheeky, we're Klingons. Let's steal, use what we can. We're not bashful. If this works better, it works better. And so they made their D6 and D7s looking at this design saying, hey, well, if we extend the neck, if we add the engines here, the profile works really well. So it was more as such that maybe the Romulans looked at the D5s, thought they were good, and the Klingons looked at the Stormbirds, thought they were good, and then the D6 and D7 were evolutions in their own path. If you look at the head of this ship, it's clearly not Klingon. It's actually very similar to the Enterprise era Bird of Prey with more detailing, and the head, the lower head, again looks like a bird. It's a progression towards the Deredex, with the engines being very much a progression from the Enterprise era Bird of Prey, and obviously the bird being from the John Eves designed concept Enterprise era Bird of Prey. So they're elements from all of the things. None of it's actually a D7 element at all. Even the weapons aren't where the D7's weapons are. They're in the middle. So there you go. That's the rationale for the ship.
ENG09 says the Klingons and Romulans probably had a non-aggression alliance and exchange of technology. They did indeed. We did a video on it. Watch it. 2267 is when it occurred. Watch the video. And yeah, they're talking about being able to separate the boom section. We talk about that on our saucer separation video as well. That yes, in the games and stuff, the Klingon ships were able to do that. So there you go. Y'all need to watch more Trekyards. Is what y'all need to do. It's pretty obvious. Go back and watch our vast back catalog of cool stuff.
There's at least 5 episodes to look at.
Maybe more.
Maybe more. Yeah, I don't really so buy a Romulan alliance happened before TOS. I don't want to keep retconning new things into the timeline. I like the idea of that being the big thing to change the paradigm. I don't think the way the designs look earlier than that, it makes any sense. But beyond the nature of them spying on each other. I like that simple idea. But I mean, what do you think of the storyline, the mentality? Most of it wasn't mine, it was the director's. But what do you think of the rationality?
Love it. Makes perfect sense. If something works, you see it working, you would attempt to copy it. It happens all the time in the real world. I mean, you see, that's why they hide when they create a new car and they take it out for test drives on the actual road. They put like shit all over it so you can't see the lines of it because you don't want your competition copying it. Same with like spy planes and stuff. They keep it under wraps for that very reason. So yeah, I love it. David Bessick throws in $2. My renders will be in your hands in about 10 minutes. Dun dun dun. Hey Samuel, does that ship have a shuttle? I mean, yeah, it would.
A shuttle? No, it doesn't have a shuttle bay.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's a warship, so it literally is just designed to just warp in, kill, and warp out or be destroyed. Because if you recall, they said in TOS that Romulan ships destroyed themselves rather than being captured. So there's not even escape pods. No, I'm wrong. There are escape pods right at the bottom, and they're taken off a detail from the Doderidex, which I thought. No, I think Andrew said they're escape pods.
Yes, he did.
And I quite like this design. It's not as elegant as my later designs, especially the curve of the secondary hull. It's not good 3D really, but I like the head a lot, and I like some of the other details. It is the very first design I ever designed, so it makes sense it'd be the roughest. But I mean, the Bird of Prey from Avalon is much more interesting, and the D7, which you'll see very soon in January, is going to kick some effing butt. But I've got some more designs in Romulan War, quite a few actually, and a few kit bashes, and yeah, there you go. That's the enhanced version, which I think looks much more 3D, much more full. There you go. Oh, speaking of, how goes your talks with Barry on our little project?
Oh, good God. Good. He's, not as good as I would have hoped, but good enough.
Do you want to explain what the project is?
Essentially, we're all designing new TOS bridges, very much in the style of TOS, but in updated aesthetics, to kind of be how to do this properly. Discovery, the Discovery Enterprise has a great bridge for an alternate reality or timeline, but there's too many liberties taken. There's a way to pay homage to the original and design something new, but still be updated and just visually updated. And that's what we're doing. We're all designing our own bridges, which mine will need some explanation as to what exactly is different in certain aspects of it, because it's hard to visualize it unless you can do an animated thing of this thing happening.
Right.
And
I mean, part of the design process, I don't want to talk about. I don't want to spoil it. I've seen Barry's because he sort of made me, but I want me, you, him to design one, and we sort of present them and explain them. I mean, do you know when I brought this up? I think a couple months ago, and now you've started designing it. Do you have can you picture the bridge in your mind, or are you still sort of going through it as you think about it?
What do you mean? Like, do I have it pictured in my mind like beforehand?
No, I mean now you're actually in the process of working with Barry on it. If you think about the design, can you visualize the bridge in your brain? That is what I want my TOS visually updated bridge to be. Yes. Okay.
And a lot of times explaining that to somebody is a lot more difficult than just being able to draw it or do it yourself. And unfortunately, I'm not that great of an artist.
Me either, certainly. It's unhelpful, isn't it?
No, describing things and then having to tell them, I don't like what you did there. It's not right.
Yep.
And you feel like a fucking asshole, but it's not what I had imagined, and then they're like, wow, it's going to take too much work to do what you want. It's like, well, then what's the point? So
Yeah,
that's the problem.
For Horizon, Nick, the modeler, I love Nick. I use him all the time. He was doing stuff with the nacelles that I was like, I had to go to a point where I said, dude, this is not right. These nacelles are just completely wrong. You did something here. You changed the entire vibe. I'm not okay with this. Change it back. Look at Rick's sketches. What have you done here? Please stop. And I felt like a dickhead because I'm not paying him enough, really.
Exactly.
You know, there's only so much pride you can have in the work when you're being asked to change it, but it's like you can only accept so many like, oh, it's not quite right-ness, you know. And that was a shame, but I had to stick up for that one because that was a big, really mess up with the cells.
And David Bessick throws in $2 and says, Sam, I sent you the renders if you want to roast me.
I mean, is that you want me to roast you online live? Is that what you're saying?
No, let's not get into all that.
I could do that though, couldn't I? That'd be great, wouldn't it?
We need to do a live where we sit down and let the community decide what kind of ship we should design, what era, all based on super chats, and then just design one kind of live on screen. I don't know if that would work though. It'd be too difficult. But that'd be a cool idea. Good way to get people invested and involved in it.
I mean, like actually say, right, guys, we're doing a live design of ship.
Yep. And then based on a certain level of super chat, they get to pick what ship, what era, what faction, and then we start to go into the nitty gritty of it. I think that'd be really kind of neat. But
I feel like that'd have to be two though, because I mean, when we did that, we did the stealth ship. That was a great back and forth. I had an idea, you liked it. I was sketching it more than you were, but that was great. But I feel like it'd be kind of better to do it like you each give us a ship, and we have to sort of like sketch it as we can, and because then otherwise it'd be kind of mixed, you know. But I love that, you know. I love that. That sounds fun.
And 99 people here. We're not at 150 likes yet. We're close. So if you have not hit like, please hit the like button, and be sure to like if you have something to say, you want to ask us a question. Super chat is great. But we've done really well on this. It's been fun. But thank you guys for joining us. I mean, yeah. Bob Ross, Starship Design Channel. Just gonna put a happy little bridge right there. You know, and if you mess up, it's fine. You know, it's just it's the auxiliary. It's emergency bridge. It's fine. And that's some nice little nacelles over here. Do it, Bob Ross. Maybe do a multi-part live on each functional design of the ship and why, like there are toilets on the ship. There you go. Would you review fan-made replicas of Star Trek stuff? I mean, don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Tuning 3434 puts in €5.
Ooh, thank you.
Drink. Roast, but at least 2 other drinks for the proper drunk Brit mindset. Here's one.
Appreciate it.
I took a big swig too, so
good. And
my
Captain
buzz was
Kenny
starting to wear off.
Oh no! And Captain Kenny, we have actually designed a lot. We have reviewed a lot of fan designs, a lot of really great ones. And as you guys may or may not know, the 100 of you or so watching, we do a sideshow called Trekyards Originals, where we encourage you to email the trekyards@hotmail.com email. And many people have gone from literally a single sketch to a full episode with 3D animations, renders, and such by me, and a full breakdown and script done by Stuart. It's a really amazing procedure and process.
Yes.
We have literally an in-house modeler that is our full, like when we have those projects, in-house guy. It helps you build the model. It comes into reality. I love working on them personally. You know, when we do our Skype chats, they say stuff and I get to throw out a little idea, and it's like, and then they say, "Oh, I love that." It's like, "Oh, brilliant!" And then you have an idea. It's like, "Oh my god, it's a great little experience." I wish we had more of them, and I'm all happy with them. Yeah.
Have we done a Fleet Yards on the alien dropship?
No.
No.
There wouldn't be
I
much
think
to
it's in my.
say.
I think it's in my Fleetyards folder though for a maybe in the future.
It's very simple though.
It is, but that's fine. A lot of the designs are simple.
It's true. And speaking of not simple, we have the Star Citizen pictures from Adam. From Adam. Let me go in and find them. I challenged him because Star Citizen is yet to be a playable game fully. It's playable elements, and it's now been split into several games. So he has 2 stills. This is the exclusive 2 stills he chose to send us, showing his high-end Star Citizen work. I don't know if that is what they are, but you can tell me, Stuart. So this is shot number 1 of his Star Citizen gameplay. There you go. And yes, everyone subscribe to Trekyards. Please do, please do.
I have to wait till it pops up on my screen.
I know.
Surprised nobody's done the truth or drink. It's like truth or dare. Could be interesting. Okay, so that's a ship. Okay, cool. It's a neat design. What the hell is it?
I have no idea.
Oh.
It's an example of... Honestly, I don't think your graphic settings are at the highest it could be, because I think the texture quality is not as good as it could be. But the second shot, though, is fun. This is a good example of part of Star Citizen is that they wanted to incorporate... Love that face. Is to incorporate the idea of space to ground to interiors, because those are different concepts. So you can fly from planet to planet, land in a docking bay, which is fully 3D, and then go from that docking bay to like a train station, and then take a train around the planet, with no loading screens. And so as you can see in this image, everything on the ground there is a physically rendered building. Most of them don't have interiors, obviously, but you can fly around them in some extent, or land at the spaceport and then go in multiple buildings. And I've seen a great video where there's a train track around a planet, and it's like everything runs to its own schedule. So if you miss the train, you actually got to wait in game for the next train because it runs on an actual schedule. And there you go, Adam. Some Trekyard celebrityness. There you go.
Car Galaxy Studios has got to run. Lots of fun today. See you on the next one. See you later, Car Galaxy. Thank you for joining us.
We will see you.
Jarzia says at Trekyards, I assume those Trekyards originals are a commission kind of thing. I have a few ideas, so I may do 1 or 2 in the future. By all means, throw them our way. We would love to help you with them.
Jarzia, jeez, you've done so much. Please, we'd love to put extra bit of effort in for you. Yes, they are commissions because we need commissioning and the model needs commissioning, but both on fan film rates. Just something like to make us all go. We'd love to. I mean, we've had some really great stuff, and it's been such a joy. You know, I've obviously loved ships for a long time and making them fly, and so getting a fan to go from a sketch to I'm the one that's making it in 3D and and bring it on screen is such a beautiful experience. Because if I was that kid, you know, if I was 15, I might ask my parents, hey, can you donate, you know, can you get the funds to do Trekyards original? Please, Dad, please, Mum, I really want it. I would jump on that. I would be so amazingly thrilled. So please do. Please do.
Brian McFarlane at Trekyards. Hey, Cap Commander, with aliens of different species, what kind of Starfleet toilet would work for all species, including human? I don't know. You'd have to know their shitting habits.
I have an answer there.
Shoot.
A black hole.
What? A black hole?
Yes.
God damn. Let's hope your ass doesn't get stuck in the black hole. Just saying. That's a good question. I don't know.
I'm going to go pee. Back in a minute.
Speaking of toilets.
Very much so. Back in a moment. Have fun, Stuart, and be kind, everyone.
Be kind to the captain.
Super chats, I'll drink. So, I tell you what, for this time and this time only, every super chat is worth double until I get back. Just for me. So, if you get $50 in super chats, I will die of alcohol poisoning, and that's fine. There you go, guys. I said it. Double.
Yeah, what he said. Yeah, I took a piss when I went up and got my other mix there. Ferengi call it waste extraction, implying it needs extracting. That always bothered me. Well, I mean, we call it waste extraction too when you're cleaning out the toilets. So I think that's what they were referring to. But it's a good question. It's a very good question. I don't know. You'd think that Starfleet would have a contingency plan for such a thing because they have many different species joining. So, hey, Cap, next time you get the chance, take a look at my Star Trek collection. I have it in my Facebook account. I'm not sure who you are on Facebook, though, ENG. The YouTube names and the people names on Facebook, a lot of times it takes me a while to figure out who's who. But let me know. Send me a direct message, and I'll definitely take a look. I would love to do that. I think I might have already seen them. It's hard to say. Or a French toilet, a hole in the ground. There you go. I think it's probably just like a replicator. You can replicate whatever kind of facilities you need. Could you transport it out of the bow? We've talked about that many times. Absolutely. Why not? You know, I think that would work. Does Starfleet have janitorial services on the ships? I'm sure they do. And somebody's going to bring up, well, cleaning the holodeck afterwards, which is this joke that gets overused so much. It's material. It uses the transporter technology as well as replicator technology. So it would just simply, anything that was left in the holodeck would be wiped clean, literally, by the transport element of it and put back into ship stores of energy. So of replicated matter. So nobody has to clean the holodecks. So that joke's really getting old. Please stop it. Speaking of, we have a really great holodeck episode coming up soon, which talks all about the holodecks. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. That means someone in the future did their thesis on interspecies adaptive restrooms. Yes, probably. Maybe a toilet is holographic. It changes with different species enter. Yeah, that's what I said. I sent you a friend request. Oh, no, obviously then I haven't seen shit if you haven't sent me a friend request before this. I see. I don't know if you want me to say your real name. But let me... I'll take a look later, but thank you guys for hanging out with us. This has been so fun. 2 hours and 41 minutes. Good God, man. We got to call this a wrap soon, I think. Thesis or faces, sorry. Space Engineers is one where you can build ships and stuff. Yes, it is. I've never got into Space Engineers. I've seen some gameplay of it and stuff, but it doesn't really interest me.
Do we get any double super chat? Drinky.
We got no super chats. Well, no one loves us any.
Thank you for not forcing me to get alcohol poisoning. But
right.
I think we should probably start ending this stream. But let's end it on the idea of the Christmas November prints buying thing.
Yes.
That's strong.
That was a good segue. You just talk about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so as you guys know, we've mentioned it a couple of times. November, for multiple reasons, the ad revenue on YouTube has taken a dive around 50 to 60%, which, as you can imagine, trying to plan your income when it drops by 50% is quite difficult. And we know that the money we have or will raise in November is not going to pay our bills. Like, we are living in a lost month by a dramatic sum, expecting a similar thing in December. But then when January rolls around in February, Picard will come up and it'll be great. The super chats have been very useful, but for some reason they've been at half of what we got in October. We're not sure why. We could not sustain the channel on those numbers. We just can't. I can't pay rent this month. That's a shame because you can only do that so many months in a row. So this Drunk Live was a reason to try and get some more, and it's been really great. But as you can imagine, when you've got about $1,000 deficit, even if you get $200 in super chats, which is amazing normally, it won't close that gap. So we need to and want to offer some of our prints as an sort of exclusive, offering for November and possibly in December, although what we get in November will sort of carry over to December as well. So we want to offer some of our prints now to you guys for a less Indiegogo and things. We'll do a post about it. If anyone wants to get them here, we can interact with you and answer questions and whatnot. We're looking at, well, we need to raise about $1,000 American dollars to be okay this month, and that is quite a lot. But when you think about where we are, there is 2 of us in this YouTube situation. That means whatever we make is split in half. Then it converts to our currency. Stuart, it goes from $500 to say $600. Me down to say £400 or £300. So it doesn't, what you give isn't necessarily going to be what we get. So we want to offer some prints. I have some pictures of prints we're offering. So if you guys would like to buy a print from us, then please email trekyards@hotmail.com. We're going to send them before Christmas as a Christmas present-y thing. And like I said, we'll offer them in a couple of days anyway, but this is kind of like a live, we can talk to you and say, yay, thank you. Offering quite a plethora of our existing prints. We've got them in stock. They're ready to go from one of our 2 locations with a lot of great celebrities. And we'll offer them less than at the Indiegogo price because the fees aren't a thing anymore.
And
yes,
we also have com badges available if you're interested.
I fucking love those. Those are worth getting.
Oh, they are. They're beautiful. And email us at trekyards@hotmail.com. We also got another PayPal, which I'll read.
Oh, brilliant. Please do.
From Fleet Paw Swiftback. Sent $10 US.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry I missed 90% of this. Yeah, we were commenting earlier that you weren't here. But y'all are welcome. Or awesome. Sorry, y'all are awesome. He wasn't a douche and said you're welcome. He said y'all are awesome. Hashtag Drunkyards, hashtag Sham Drinks, hashtag Cap Drinks. So we both have to take a drink for his... And Adam, don't worry about it. I mean, everybody can do their... When they can, if they can, that's awesome. But just being a fan and sharing it and just engaging with us is good as well. So
I mean, we pride ourselves on offering all of our content for free. That's important to us. It's more okay if you enjoy the show. It is a weird thing. It is a weird situation, but we want to keep doing this. And with the amount of cool content coming in with Picard, Lower Decks, it's a great time to be a Trek fan. But obviously, you have a family. I have a financial situation. Every month, it's that bad. I mean, we've had bad months in the last 4 years. We don't go into because it's like, well, we'll get over it. This one's especially bad. So I've got some pictures that I took for the Indiegogo last time that I'm going to share, and it's some examples of some prints we're offering. And in the Indiegogo, they were always over $100, but I kind of want to offer them just for $100, just a flat $100. Add postage. So if you're Australia, it's more. If you're America, it's less. When we did like previous prints, they were $100. It was kind of like going for an old school way. But if we can sell 10 prints, that's our deficit managed, and that would be really, really great. So while I find this, do you want to talk about the prints, why they're cool, why they're special, how we got them, Stuart, while I find the pictures?
No.
Fair enough. Okay,
I will. I'm just okay. The prints are awesome because they're unique. They're done by Samuel, and they're renders of classic ships you all love with high detail, high quality, look really fantastic. They're a limited number, obviously, and they're signed by either the designer or whatever. So we've got a lot available. We get them when we go to conventions and things like that. So we spend a lot of time and effort and money and just our personal lives to get these things for you guys. It is fun to do as well. We get to talk to the celebrities or the designers, obviously, to get these signed. But if you guys love a ship and you want it signed by the designer of the ship itself with limited edition and Trekyards, and they're frameable, they look fantastic, and they're high quality original renders done by Samuel of the actual models. There's so much cool stuff that comes about with that. And a lot of people have got them over the years with our Indiegogo campaigns and things like that. And they've sent us pictures after they received them. They've framed them, they've put them up, and they look fantastic on the wall. So if you guys are interested in that kind of thing, this is the time to scoop those up. We do have quite a few, but I'm not sure exactly what we're getting rid of at this point. But that's a great way to help us out. Or like I said, these com badges, which are acrylic and amazing. And they got magnetic backings, so they're good for cosplay, stuff like that. And they're Trekyards ones. They're really cool. So we got the standard one here. And we got the Section 31, the super secret one that you can show off to everybody because that's what they do. There it is there, the Trekyards Section 31. And then the original motion picture style with the circle as well. So we have those ones available. If you guys are interested in comm badges or anything like that, be sure to email us at trekyards@hotmail.com and ask us about them. We did have, and might get more, but we did have these Wrath of Khan style ones, but they were very limited in our last Indiegogo campaign, so we made like half as many as all the other ones, just for that reason. They're amazing, but we don't have any. We don't have any to give out at this point. We are out of these.
People don't realize that to get merch, you've got to spend money to get the merch. And when we have such a fine level of the ability to do, because the fact is, I'm fine to give my time and learn very little.
Oh, speaking of, Brent Barrow puts in $2 and says, I'm getting at least one print. Brent Barrow is the man that is responsible for making these for us. So, Brent, we may have to make some more Wrath of Khan style ones at some point. Because those are a fan favorite. We've had a few people ask about them even on this live, so that's something I might need to contact you about. But
beautiful.
They are
beautiful. As you know, Brett, build the other things. I want to use them and get some things. Let me know. Let me know.
But I guess we missed some super chats here. Tuning 3434 puts in €5. Roast, but at least 2 other drinks and a proper trunk. Brit, mine. Oh, we've already read that one. Sorry. And then Jonathan Davies throws in £100.
What?
Yes. Thank you very much,
quite
Jonathan.
a bit.
Hope this helps you guys live long and prosper. That helps us immensely. So thank you very much. That made this whole live stream worth it. Not that the other donations didn't. But when we get something generous like that, you have no idea what that means to us at the end of the month. So thank you very much.
That's
very much appreciated.
130 take out PayPal cost. So let's just say 110 American dollars. That is more than we make on most of our lives. Wow. Okay, well, I guess I'm downing both drinks. Okay.
Yeah.
That's strong. Was one thing in there. Ugh. I mean that, yeah. Like I say, we like I was trying to say, and I'm happy to make not a lot of money, just to pay what I do, because what we do is so interesting and so exciting. But we can't be expected to pay our own rent and do work on Trekyards, because then you can't get the proper quality on Trekyards, which means then you won't enjoy it as much. It's like when we do our American trips and such. If we paid our own flights, then we have to earn double the money to go on the flights, which means we have to get a real job, which means we have to earn less, which we can put less at Trekyards. It doesn't make sense, It sounds weird, but we have to put our time in. I mean, what do we get? What do we get paid for Mission Vegas 1 for the 3 weeks? I mean, nothing. We just didn't spend anything on the flights, but on the food. I mean, we were a net loss of what, like 500 each, 700 each?
Oh, easily, yeah.
Easily.
It was worth it for the experience, but still.
Yeah, but that was our choice. The food is our choice, even if it's not really, but it is our choice technically. But flights aren't a choice; they're a necessity. I'm still drinking. Sorry, hold on. Thank you. That's brilliant. Again, makes it worthwhile.
People keep pushing this stream elements tipping because YouTube monetization is crap. Yeah, we gotta look into that tip thing. But tips are like super chats. I mean, if the same people that super chat are gonna tip instead, I mean, it all equals out kind of anyway, right? So it's something to look into for sure. We will look into that.
Well, it's tricky. I mean, we've shown that you can survive somewhat on a very tremendous hardcore fan base. And that's amazing. But when we've had, I recall that great live when the Discovery Season 2 trailer came out and it showed the D7. We had like 680 people watching. And the energy was absolutely electric of how many people were commenting and talking and thoughts. And I had a blast, and it was just such a lot of fun. So the more people we have tuning in, we don't always want our regulars to cover the cost, because we obviously provide only so much value per month. We just hope that more people can help. Yeah.
Well, a few things I want to address. Jeff Jacobs puts in 230, says my stream is frozen. So hashtag make Jeff pay. Thank you very much for getting us to there. Tuning 3434 puts in at Trekyards. Where can I find those prints?
I've found
Email
the images
us.
now.
Yeah.
So
And Martin Devon, can you get a sponsored ad? We've had many sponsored ads over the years. They usually come to us. We haven't gone out searching for them. So,
the thing about sponsored ads is that sort of 8 times out of 10 they want to sponsor you with merch because they can just offer merch as part of their marketing budget. They don't want to pay you because that involves a different level. So we had a group that was going to give us models, and we're like, that's amazing, brilliant, but you can't do anything with models per se. Like we have a wonderful sponsorship with Eagle Moss. They don't give us any money, but we get to not spend our own money on the stuff, which helps. Or I still buy some of the stuff, but and then we get the connection with the wonderful group. It's tricky. It's tricky. But Stuart, shall I show off some of our tremendous, and not just that, Stuart, but the celebrities that actually signed
I didn't want to say the celebrities because I wasn't sure what we had. So
I'm not sure what we have either per se, but I know the stuff we have lots of, and I'll say them when I have them. So let us swap over once more to. So proud to offer Patricia Talman of Babylon 5. We have many prints of her signed Babylon 5. So if you're a fan of the Lita Alexander character from Babylon 5, we have some wonderful original 4K renders of the Babylon 5 model signed by her with the character name, $100 USD to the Trekyards at hotmail.com, plus postage will be dependent on where you are. She was an absolute joy to me, one of the better celebrities I've met, and I've met a lot. The print really shows the station's design to a truly wonderful way. If you love Babylon 5, again, like Stu said, they are unique. I mean, we're the only place you can get these. They aren't just, the headshot. It's something unique. We also have, and I'm a big fan of Battlestar Galactica, we have Gaius Baltar himself. James Callis signed several Battlestar Galacticas, and again, high quality model, high quality print. If you want to get one of those, we would like to get 10 things sold. If you want to get a Battlestar Galactica print for your wall signed by him, please do email trekyards@hotmail.com. You going to interject there?
No, not at all.
Okay. I think we have another Gowron Vorcha signed by Robert O'Reilly himself. Again, beautiful stuff. I think we have another Marina Sirtis Enterprise D. If you're a fan of TNG, why would you not want? That is not the right thing. If you want Council Troy to sign, or have already signed, Enterprise D, we do, I believe, have 2 of those still available.
The very ship she crashed.
Yes. There you go. And Jeff Jacobs, I have one of those. It's awesome. Yes. Thank you, Jeff. We also have Michael Dorn. I think all Michael Dorns are sold out though. Oh yeah, Isaac. I mean, what a tremendous guy he was to me. The guy that plays Isaac. We have several Orville signed by the android, the robot himself, Isaac. Again, $100. Please do email trekyards@hotmail.com, and if you do inquire during this live, we'll say thank you while live.
It's true. Well, ENG09 says, I'll buy something, guys. You wanted me to send him a list of things we have, but you've seen it here, ENG, so.
Who is that, sorry?
Thank you. ENG09. He's the one that... He's one of my bridge crew.
Yes. We have plenty. We have Star Trek, we have Battlestar, we have Stargate, and such. Email trekyards@hotmail.com, and we can get in contact. I'm happy to work that out with you.
David Bessick says, any Doug stuff or NX things?
NX are all sold out. We have some Enterprise J stuff still. We have 1 Romulan shuttle. We have smaller prints, but we're not necessarily doing those because we need to get, like I say, $1,000. It's quite a big ask, so they don't bring that in. But if you want Enterprise J, we have a couple of those. Here we have some Ethan Phillips Voyager. He was really nice to meet. He was not jet lagged because he's working in the UK when I got the print. And he was really on it. Ethan Phillips and Voyager. Again, lovely chap. These are, we never do more than sort of 10 per person. And yeah, they aren't screen caps. They aren't from a fan page. They are fresh, new, and we've seen dozens of people, who've got them put them on walls, and it's like beautiful. One I'm particularly proud of getting, Kevin Sorbo Andromeda, the Andromeda Ascendant. I really like the design. I think it's one of the kind of cool ones. And he was again really nice to me. I got these people on a good day apparently because he was really good to me. I mean, beautiful model, 4K render on a big print. You can see the scale there. Again, $100. They cost money to get, but we need the extra to support ourselves this coming month. So Kevin Sorbo Andromeda, signed by him with, and I always get them to say their character name, which they don't always do. So that is fun. We also have some signed by Tom Paris himself. Again, nice selection here of people. Although if you like Discovery, we have our good friend Shazad Latif looking wonderful here as he signed a Discovery. Do you want a Discovery print? Do you want to be that one guy? Kilish!
Yeah. Mark Lawrence says the Enterprise J is beautiful. It's my favorite of all the ones I have so far. And wow. Mark has a large number because he's helped us quite a bit with a lot of stuff. He was our savior in Vegas, so he's got quite a few prints. So thank you very much, Mark, for chiming in. Yes. So there you go. From the man himself, he knows all the stuff he's got. So
yeah, he knows the quality. He knows the quality. And like I say, Shazad, we've got Shazad and Wilson Cruz, who play Culber. Again, prints of both of them. If you like Discovery, and there are people who like Discovery. Very proud to have Bruce Boxleitner from Babylon 5 again signed with Big Sheridan. He actually remembered me from my first con meeting him to the second con. Really, really nice guy. I mean, he is Sheridan himself. If you want a Babylon 5 print, then please do. We don't have any Ethan Pecks left. Sorry. That happened. They're all sold out. Some Wilson Cruz, though. And Mia Furlong, who looks incredible for how many years have passed. Again, Delenn from Babylon 5. I really hope people get... I hope we can offer it later on down the line, like a Babylon 5 collection. The amount of people we've got prints from. Because, these are iconic actors in iconic roles with the iconic station herself in 4K. So yeah, guys, just a nice selection of things we offer. And if you guys can help us reach that $1,000, it's quite a lot. We understand that, and we're going to post something about it on the page as well. That will help us break even, well, or somewhere near even for November. And then if we can get more than 1,000, it'll help us cover over into December as well. But you guys, super chats have been truly incredible today. We hoped as much, and you guys have really come through on that. How long have we been doing this for? 3 hours.
3 hours and 2 minutes.
It's a long time, but I mean, these tend to help a little bit extra, and we yeah.
And I want to point out too that Jeff Jacobs also has a bunch of our prints. One of our moderators here, so listen to his words too. They are good prints, so hopefully you guys enjoy them.
Yeah.
So yeah. We should probably call that wrap though soon. I think I don't want to bore anybody. We still have 90 people, which is amazing. So I'm sure people have tuned out and tuned back in, or other people have come in. But we've kept a pretty. I wish we could get this many for each of our live reviews. I think it might be the time of day, plus it's the weekend, and there's a whole bunch of contributing factors. But
there's still a lot of regulars today. I do keep wondering, what are people doing to be available all the same time when we're doing these? Yeah,
a lot of people are at work all the time when we're doing our lives, so they can never tune in, unfortunately, until after the fact. So that's a shame.
And that's the tricky thing about time zones. Right now, it's about perfect for UK time. People are getting a bit sleepy. Your time, obviously, if it was during a work day, they'd be at work, and LA are very much at work. But we can't do when they're after work in Canada because that's too late for me, and definitely not LA. So it is tricky.
And Brian asks, "Hey Stuart, are you and London Batman going online tonight?" Maybe. Well, if he comes over, I'm not sure. He was thinking of cabbing it over here because I don't want to go pick him up because I can't because I've been drinking. But we'll see.
Do you want a thumbnail? Is that what you're asking? I mean, do you want a fancy Batman versus Stuart Foley live?
I mean, possibly. It would always be good to have in the bank for when it happens. But
it's true. It's true. Because I always like your live shows just by yourself or with someone else, like in in this environment with the good audio and stuff, like giving your Q&A all to the fans. Because people like you, Stuart.
I don't know why, but thank you guys. I appreciate that.
And I'm excited though.
Hold on, I gotta take a phone call real quick.
Okay, we're about to close out, but he's got a phone call. Go for it. Oh, yay. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Sylvia! Hi! Sorry, that was quite loud. So how are you guys doing? You earned a minimum wage. We did for this, but it averages out pretty poorly over the course of other things. Newfoundland. Unemployment also increased availability too. Yes. Yes, I'm sure it does. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, and ENGO9 says, if you're not subscribed to Trekyards, I mean, please do. We have a lot of content, a lot of different things, and it's certainly worth your time subscribing to find out what, when, how, who we do. We have videos with all of the main ship designers from Star Trek to some extent. We have, gosh, I mean, a ton of stuff. A ton of stuff. Yeah. Anyone else? Pat Talman, yes. Stream elements. Jamal Taylor, I'd love that Wrath of Khan pin. Need to look at the prints. Well, Jamal, email trekyards@hotmail.com and say, hey, I want to help you guys out. And I mean, you guys. Well, there you go. We've got one already in the thing. Awesome source. I mean, these are great Christmas items. I mean, the com badges are really, really cool. I was more impressed with them than I thought I was going to be in person. They're really, really nice. So please do email us if you'd like a com badge or a com badge set as due discounts, of course. ENG, it's a wonderful show. Thank you. Trying to secure more booze. But guys, have you had fun? I mean, obviously, we are reasonably tipsy right now. I'm going to finish this. There we go. And I had quite a lot of vodka. Have you guys enjoyed our more relaxed, chill, drunk show? I know we do a lot of these shows a week because it's fun and it helps the channel. We are going to do more lives next week on TNG, of course. We did our Subject 4 talk today and the Picard comic because that covers those. Well, I bet at some point we're going to get a new Picard trailer, maybe even Lower Decks before the end of the year. Tangerine Star. If you're able to get a print signed by the full cast and then auction it as a seasonal special, I don't think that will be doable for any particular actor. It will cost a lot to be able to get that, and then we're not really interested in auctioning things off, but I like the thought. And Trek Matt, hello. Have you guys read the Picard comic? Yes. From about 40 minutes to like an hour and 30, we looked at the comic in depth. Stuart talked about it, and I read it on stream, and then I reviewed it as well. So yeah, we have done that.
And Tuning 3434 puts in €10. Thank you very much, and says, want to help a bit, but none of the prints are ticking my box sufficiently enough for $100. Sorry, man. What about Com Badge? Com badges are cool.
Well, as we say, Turning, email us at trekyards@hotmail.com because we do have more than. I mean, that was just the ones I found on a folder. We have a ton of actors, some really, really cool ones. Walter Koenig, for example, on both Star Trek and Babylon 5, which still. I mean, I love Walter Koenig and Chekhov, and it boggles my mind I have him signing prints. I love that. Some really, really cool stuff. Please do email because, like I say, we need 10 prints. To break even. It's not a lot of prints, so if you're even interested in a special custom signed print like our Indiegogos, but less than our Indiegogos, then please do email us, and we can let you know.
And Rainier Mertens, if you're here, contact us. These are Com Badges.
Oh goodness.
It's Com Badge bundle that was bought in the Indiegogo campaign that was sent to Australia and returned.
Wow.
Because the address is incomplete, even though we double check, triple check the addresses. We didn't get all the information, I guess. So
that's what you sent.
So it got returned to me. So Combadge bundle. This is all 4 of them right here. Get in touch with us.
And
if not, we'll have to email him, Samuel. I just wanted to point that out.
Thank you. And yes, turning 3434, a Walter Koenig signed refit exists in the Trekyards print store. There's only a couple of them because I got a variety of prints from him, and it's really nice. Let us know. Trekyards@hotmail.com. So Stuart, what is our live plan next week? We'll end on a nice sense of
wow.
Next
Mandalorian Monday is back.
Mandalorian Monday!
Chapter 4 Sanctuary on Monday, and then we're going to do some more TNG reviews later in the week. Not sure exactly which days, but probably 2 more live days during the week, including Monday, so 3. But yeah, that's the routine so far. So tune in on Monday if you're interested in Mandalorian. If not, keep an eye on the Facebook page because we put all of our upcoming lives on there. They're always pinned to the top so you guys can see them and join in.
They are at a 10 p.m. GMT / 5 p.m. Eastern. So even if you are not particularly aware of a live, do tune in around that time. Just say, hey, are the Trekyards boys live? Very possibly. You've got a good chance if it's during a weekday. Tune in and say, hey, you are live. And just say hi. We would love to say hi from you. And Mandalorian, I'm excited to watch that. I have yet to watch it. That'll be on Monday for me as well because I'd like to watch it right before. I'm excited. It's a good show so far. Hopefully it keeps up the trend.
That's right. Well, thank you guys for joining us for 3 hours. You guys are awesome. This was fun. Didn't feel like 3 hours.
It really didn't.
Good way to spend an afternoon on a Saturday. You guys really helped out with the super chat. You stepped up. Seriously. You made it worth our while. So we really appreciate that.
Yep.
Doing a live and getting no super chats is really a bummer. It makes us depressed. But when you guys set the mood by chipping in, it really helps us out. So
I mean,
ways than one.
Once we hit 100+, we know mentally it's great. We've hit a bar of there's the sense of wow, and then we just chill, relax, and I have really enjoyed this. It's been a great time, and I hope you guys enjoy our more directed content during the rest of the week. I mean, what have we got TNG wise? Let me tease that for the fans because I'm interested as well.
Hold on.
Ooh.
Apparently I've missed something. It's Jeff. By the way, I've sent you another email or 2. Make sure you download them. Jeff Jacobs out there in YouTube, Skypeville land.
It's a lot of words there, Stuart. You alright?
It is. I'm fine.
So the next 2 episodes of TNG will be Time Squared, the double Picard episode, and the Icarus Factor, where Worf gets stabbed by Klingons on a holodeck because lol.
Exactly.
Don't remember what the rest of the plot is about that one, but hey ho, that's my thumbnail I picked, so I'm sticking to it. Thank you, Tangerine. Thank you, Donnie. Thank you, ENG. Bye, Donnie says Bill. Oh, and Tangerine sent us a PM. Huzzah. Oh. Did we receive it? We did! Yay! Wow.
Yay.
You wanted to prove what I've got. Thanks, man. You don't trust me is what I'm hearing? Jeez.
That's harsh. That's harsh. You'll have to hold up the print and a newspaper with today's date and get a photo. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. It's been fun. And check in this week with our lives because we got a bunch of them. So
yes.
And yeah, thank you guys.
Have
a good Saturday. Have a good weekend. Have a safe weekend. Do all that stuff. And don't get killed with Black Friday shopping because it's not worth it.
Although in Canada, UK, and else in the world, it's not as bad as the crazy Americans. Yeah, that video you shared was a thing. Was a thing.
The mall's pretty busy, but it's still it's hard to get parking and stuff. But other than that, it's not too bad. So it's just annoying. And
were there good deals? I mean, do you find any good deals? Not to sidestep another.
There was a few, but the good deals we got like a 12:01 on Thursday morning as they went live because they were door crasher specials. We got them online, and they're being shipped to the house. They'll be here like December 2nd, so no need to go out even. Just scoop them up.
Can I ask what you got? Because I got the monitors.
I can't really say because it's a gift for somebody that might be watching this at some point.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but it was a good deal. It was a good deal.
So you didn't get any TVs or Blu-ray players or.
It was electronics. I will say that.
Okay. But nothing for yourself then. Nothing you can sort of share.
No, because Sylvia probably got me one or two things because she's good like that.
Oh.
When she's done helping her friend move today, she's actually going to Best Buy to buy me some more of my Christmas gifts. So I need to unlock the side door for her so when she comes home, I don't see what she has.
Smart. But I got my 2 monitors, and I'll tell you one little quick story before we go, because why not? Fan community. I was hoping to get some new speakers. In the front room, we have a 2.1 system from 2014 that I got part of my university tuition. And I was hoping I wanted some 5.1 surround sound speakers, and I was excited about that. I was looking in limited options on the internet because the world has moved from high quality speakers to soundbar in front of the TV. Just simple, easy, but not surround sound. I don't want that on proper. So I was looking, and they've about 10 options. It's quite weirdly lacking on Amazon. But I had one eye my eye on, and one or two. And then today I happened to check on Cyber Monday, and the one I was looking for had a £100 discount. 1/3 off from a previous discount, and that beats all the other sites. So I was like, that is a good sign. So I did. I got it. I got a £100 off system. So now I get to enjoy Christmas movies with family, a 5.1 surround sound system. And I got 2 presents as well in the system. So I got 2 monitors and a new 5.1 surround sound system. Oh god, imagine putting that in this room. That'd be impressive, actually. This tiddly room. I should try that. That'd be cool. That'd be weird.
Would be weird.
All right, Stuart. Well, great to see you for 3 hours. I genuinely can't wait until I come around to Canada and we can just do lives, just hang out. That'd be fun.
Indeed, it was fun at your place as well.
All right, Stuart, and everyone. Good night, everyone. Have a good time.
Good night, guys. We love you.
We love you. Bye.